Our respect. And by Home Hardware Center in Searcy. Shop us for hardware, tools, and all your home improvement needs. Tonight's matchup features the Parkview Patriots at the Lakeside Rams. Let's send it out to your broadcast team. Here are Josh Neighbors and Jackson Broswell.
A spooky senior night in the Spa City. Happy Halloween, one and all. It is Friday Night Lights, the Buzz High School football game of the week. I'm Josh Neighbors. He is Jackson Braswell. He just heard on Drive Time Sports. Is that your Drive Time Sports debut?
I think so.
Yeah?
No, I've called in before as a fan.
Oh, as a fan. Okay, well, as a professional, there you go. That's your debut. But we've got Parkview. We've got Lakeside. Another night, Jackson, back-to-back weeks. We've been in the 5A. We got a really thrilling, fun game last week. Scoreline didn't indicate that at the end of the Robinson and Searcy game, but a fun game. It was back and forth. 5A South, even more competitive. 3 teams vying for that 5A Central, 4 teams vying for the 5A South, and 2 of them are here tonight with Lakeside and Parkview.
Yeah, the 5A South is loaded. Just talking on Drive Time, this game could go to decide who's going to be the 1 seed. Eventually it could decide who's going to be the 4 seed as well, and I can't imagine having either of these teams as a 4 seed opponent in the first round of the playoffs. So super, super competitive conference, super talented. And you're right, Josh, this is going to be an exciting one tonight. I think this may be the best game we have had all year.
Well, we've had some really good ones. This one's got an opportunity to be a lot of fun. And obviously Parkview comes in 2-time defending state champions, 5-3 on the season, not the kind of year that they've usually envisioned, but a lot of changes, right? They switched Boldings at the head coaching spot. Second time that we've had them this season. A rally came up short against Benton earlier this year. And then we had Lakeside in the opener against Sheridan. And I talked to you about a couple of these games we've had this year where we said to ourselves, man, I wish we could see these teams a month or 2 from now. We have that opportunity tonight, right? We can see the growth of both of these teams. And look, this is when you want to peak right now.
And with Parkview, they've made a quarterback change. Montrell Thompson at quarterback. When we saw him earlier in the year against Benton, they struggled to throw the football. That's putting it mildly. But we also saw them make adjustments in the second half defensively to shut down Drew Davis and the Benton Panthers. Ultimately, they lost that football game, but you saw some steps taken forward in that game. And like you said, looking forward to seeing them a month later in not just midseason form, but late season form, and playing in an environment that's going to be a playoff game, basically, tonight against the Rams.
So here's the way it works atop the 5A South right now. You've got both Hot Springs and Lakeside at 5-0 overall. Behind them, you've got Camden Fairview, who is at 4-1, and then you've got the Parkview Patriots, who are also at 4-1. The part of this that's interesting here, Jackson, is that the 2 teams behind Camden Fairview and Parkview, 2 of the more traditional teams that we're used to seeing, and the teams from the Spa City have supplanted them a bit. But we'll figure it all out the next 2 weeks, because Parkview's got Lakeside tonight. They've got Camden Fairview next week. Hot Springs has Camden Fairview tonight, and then they've got Lakeside next week.
It's basically like a 4-team tournament the next 2 weeks to determine who's going to get that 1 seed. And, I mean, I don't think it would be far-fetched to say that the 5A South is likely going to have somebody at War Memorial to end the year. Just too much talent in this conference among all 4 teams. You know, Hot Springs, not a traditional power, but they've shown in the last couple of years they've got things rolling over there. The Trojans are playing good ball, and they're someone to be thought about here as we get to the end of the year.
We'll step aside as the senior night festivities are wrapping up. Just about 10 minutes kickoff between Lakeside and Parkview, your high school football game of the week on the Buzz Radio Networks.
Hello, I'm Renata Jenkins-Fowler, the 3rd generation of Roller Funeral Homes. In the heart of Arkansas, where compassion meets excellence, my family's legacy has stood the test of time. When you turn to Roller Funeral Homes, you are not just relying on a service, you are embracing a cherished family tradition. For the past 24 consecutive years, you have chosen Roller Funeral Homes as the best of the best, and we are truly humbled and thankful. Roller Funeral Homes, where compassion meets excellence with all our respect.
Home Hardware Center is proud to support high school athletes this football season, and they're your local hometown hardware store to support your projects. Stop in for the best tools, paint, hardware, and supplies from brands you trust like Milwaukee, DeWalt, Diablo, Benjamin Moore, Simpson, and more. Plus, GE appliances, Traeger grills, hunting gear, and more. Come to Home Hardware Center at 1601 East Booth Road in Searcy. Once again, that's 1601 East Booth Road in Searcy. See you there.
I'm Dr. Lowry Barnes. When it comes to orthopedic care, there's no place like the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. We built this hospital just for you, with state-of-the-art surgical suites, advanced technology, and the state's largest group of fellowship-trained orthopedic surgeons. It's the best place in Arkansas to get you moving again. And if you need urgent orthopedic care, UAMS Ortho Now is right here for you at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health, where motion lives and service leads.
Check out the new clothing at Bell & Sword in Conway. A new cricket polo with Razorback logo, button-downs, vests, sweaters, slacks with UCA or Arkansas gear from Johnny O and Peter Millar. Great staff, fantastic service. Bell & Sword, the only Central Arkansas men's store with a tailor on staff to fit you. So go now to Bell & Sword, 1011 Oak Street in Conway on Facebook and Instagram.
Back here in Hot Springs, Arkansas, Josh Neighbors, Jackson Braswell. It's the Buzz High School football game of the week. Damon Poole is on the ones and the twos. I want to thank Randy Rainwater for the great job he does before us, and then we'll pitch it to him after the game. It's the high school football scoreboard show on the Buzz Radio Networks with aforementioned Double R, also Barry Grooms, and Kevin Bohannon. A big part of the weekend in football here at the Buzz. Also tomorrow at 11 a.m., Trey Schapp, David Basil live from Walk-Ons in Fayetteville. It is the Hog Wild pregame show. And then at 3 o'clock, you've got Mississippi State and the Razorbacks battling. So we're glad to be a part of that football weekend. And let's talk about the two-time defending state champion, Parkview Patriots. 5-3 on the year. They really challenged themselves in that non-conference schedule. The big difference for them, Jackson, is they made a change after the Hot Springs game. They went to Thompson at quarterback, and things have drastically changed for the Patriots.
Yeah, Thompson's been good in relief at quarterback. Just taking a look at some of his stats. 21 of 32 so far this year, 350 yards, 7 touchdowns, only 1 interception. That's a 66% completion rate. And, I mean, he's thrown 7 touchdowns. Bunting, who started the majority of the games, had only thrown 6. And so Thompson's kind of been the answer that they have needed at quarterback. And the run game's always been good. Dallas Bledsoe, 88 attempts, 777 yards, 9 touchdowns. They're going to be able to run the football. They've got great size at both lines of scrimmage. But tonight's going to be a tough task against this Lakeside team. They also have a great defense. But looking for the Patriots to look a little different than they did when we saw them against Benton earlier in the season.
Parkview started off the year with a 42-14 win over Maumelle. They then lost to Bryant 49-6. Then they lost at Benton, a game we had, 28-14. They followed that up with a third consecutive loss to Hot Springs, 23-20. After that, the quarterback change was made, 52-6 at DeQueen, 64-7 at Hope, 42-14 against Texarkana, Arkansas, and then last week, 56-26 against Magnolia. Obviously, big differences in competition, but still, the confidence for the Patriots has got to be high.
Yeah, it's a lot of points in 3 weeks, and they struggled offensively in the game that we saw them against Benton. You have to know that Parkview is extremely talented. They lost some guys from last year, lost quite a bit from the 2 state championship teams, but there's still a ton of talent at Parkview. And Coach Bolding knows how to win in October and November. He's won multiple state championships, won a couple at Stuttgart. Now he's the head coach with the Patriots, and I think they're going to be ready to play as we wind down this season and go into November.
We'll talk about the home team, the Lakeside Rams, when we come back on the Buzz High School football game of the week. 5 minutes till kickoff here in Hot Springs.
Midtown Plumbing services over 1 million square feet of commercial property in Little Rock. And they've also provided plumbing needs to thousands of residential clients all over Central Arkansas. Along with residential and commercial plumbing, Midtown also provides water heater sales, sewer repair, remodeling services, and 24-hour emergency plumbing. Midtown Plumbing, just a phone call away. 501-426-5900. MidtownMechanicalServices.com.
The Electric Cooperative's got its start lighting Arkansas. and we continue to meet that demand with every resource we can deliver. We're powering your life where you live every single day through one of 17 local cooperatives, each unique, always united, and in your community. Our mission, to provide reliable, affordable, and responsible power to every corner of Arkansas. It's the local hometown cooperative way, because we're better connected together. The Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas.
For over 30 years, Pickup Truck Accessory Warehouse has been Arkansas's truck accessory headquarters and the only stop for all your truck parts and accessories. If it goes on a truck, Pickup Truck Accessory Warehouse has got it. And that includes upgrading your truck with Vortex spray liners. Tough, durable, proudly made in the USA. Their spray liners can protect your truck for years to come. Call Pickup Truck Accessory Warehouse at 501-568-0040 to schedule your spray. Or stop by 65th and University.
The Genesises from Genesis of Conway have become so popular that now Genesis of Conway has a tremendous selection of pre-owned trade-ins. Highline vehicles, low mileage, great prices at a dealership that is unlike any you've ever seen. Spoiler alert, when you visit Genesis of Conway, you will get spoiled. It's unlike any dealership you've ever seen, even when you go pre-owned. Go see them, and it will hit you like it has so many. Genesis of Conway, the future of luxury today.
Don't get sidetracked.
That man is playing Gallagher.
We'll keep you on course.
Thought we wouldn't notice, but we did.
103.7 The Buzz.
Back here as we try to respectfully observe the national anthem. The windows open. Make sure y'all get a good feel for the crowd noise here. Great crowd here at Lakeside. Just a big game as they take on the Parkview Patriots. As our anthem concludes to applause. And so, as we have that, Josh Neighbors, Jackson Braswell, let's look at those Lakeside Rams. 7-1 in the year, 5-0 in the 5A South. And for them, under third-year coach Garen Rockwell, this team is about collective, right? They really are a well-rounded group. You could tell that from when we saw them against Sheridan earlier on in the year. And for them, I mean, this kind of culminates to these two games right here, right? Can they grab this 5A? And look, you grab the 5A South, you can beat anybody in 5A.
Only loss on the year was to Robinson, 35-16. We saw Robinson last week. They are extremely good. But for Lakeside, it all starts with Wally Walcott at quarterback. 110 for 176, 2,100 yards passing. He's got 23 touchdowns, only one interception on the year. Walcott, one of the better quarterbacks in the state of Arkansas, and he's got a pretty good receiver that he likes to throw it to quite a bit as well. Drew Morgan, that's a familiar name if you're an Arkansas Razorback fan, but a different Drew Morgan down here at Lakeside. He's got 48 catches, 882 yards receiving, and 10 touchdowns. That's quite the combination, catching almost half of your quarterback's touchdowns on the year. Those are two seniors that are looking to ball out a little bit on senior night.
Those are players to watch in this game. We had mentioned the new quarterback Thompson for Parkview, and then Drew Morgan is the player to watch for the Lakeside Rams. And how they got here this season, they had a win on the road against Lake Hamilton, 56-20, 42-12, the game we were at against Sheridan. Then that 35-16 loss against a very good Robinson team. They beat Camden Fairview 33-28. At Magnolia, 34-6. At Texarkana, Arkansas, 28-14. They beat Hope, 69-14, and at DeQueen, 48-8. Up left for them is Parkview, and then at Hot Springs. So every single senior is on the field tonight, as it's senior night, as they are going to be a part of the coin toss. They are backing their teammates. Right now, Parkview, we see them in their all white, clean uniforms. Parkview's got almost that SMU look at midfield. Then Lakeside the other way, they are in their blue uniforms with the yellow letters and those yellow helmets as well. Two more games to go in our high school football game of the week. Next week, Max Braswell makes his return. We'll have a Braswell Brown at two games against Lone Oak, which is also for a conference title as well. So the last 3 weeks, I mean, conference championships have been on the line in a variety of these games. You can even say back to the Dardanelle-Clinton game that we had a while ago. So Wes Moore's done a great job picking these games. Shout out to him as well. And really awesome opportunity here to be here tonight as this weather has begun to cool down just a bit, Jackson. I mean, it's football weather outside. It's starting to feel like fall, and we're starting to decide things on Friday nights in the 5A.
I cannot believe that we're already at senior night. It feels like we just had our first broadcast together. It's going to be cool next week to finish off the season with my dad. It's been a while since we've called a game together. It was actually Arkansas versus Tennessee softball that we called the game together. So that'll be a fun and interesting dynamic. But as you said, a ton of playoff implications all across the state, and I don't think there's a better matchup to be at tonight than this Parkview Lakeside game, especially with how tight the 5A South is.
So Lakeside entering the field from our left side, Parkview from our right side. A small Parkview contingent have made the about hour-long trek down here to the Spa City as they come out now with those white uniforms, the red-backed blue P with the star in the middle on their helmets, all white pants, all white uniforms, blue numbers and blue letters with the red and blue stripes across the side. Bobby Bolding in year number 1 there. He won 2 state championships with his brother Brad the last 2 seasons as the defensive coordinator. Brad Bolding moves on to North Little Rock as Lakeside will enter from our left side. They've got the entrance video. Production value very high. We were talking with our friend Dylan Smith before the game of Lakeside TV, the play-by-play man over there. They do a great job here. Got to see him at the touchdown call on Monday. He was there for Howie Rowe, which was cool to see. And now Lakeside takes the field left to right in those blue uniforms with the yellow helmets. Logo in blue on the top part. Blue pants. The numbers are in yellow, words in white across the front. So, several pieces left to be solved here. 4 critical games in the next 2 weeks in the 5A South. Mentioned it before, we'll say it again. Hot Springs at the top at 5-0. Next to right here Lakeside at 5-0. Then there's Camden Fairview at 4-1. Parkview is at 4-1. The only game amongst these teams, I think the only game amongst these teams was, Hot Springs play Parkview. That's the only piece of this that has been settled. So Parkview, obviously, at that point, needs some help. They're going to need a little assist from Camden Fairview and an assist from Lakeside as well, because the head-to-head will go that direction. Lakeside controls its own destiny right now in the 5A. 33-28 win against Camden Fairview helped them achieve that. And then Camden Fairview obviously needs some help as well. They need Parkview to do the job, and then they need to take care of their own business next week against the Patriots. All right, so left to right across your radio dial, Parkview receives a kickoff, and they've got a hole. Up the 50-yard line now, cutting down to the 45. He might go all the way. It's an opening kickoff return for a touchdown. Parkview's Carmelo Johnson goes coast to coast, and the Patriots are on the board.
Well, that'll put a damper on senior night. Carmelo Johnson to the crib. He really was untouched, had to make a couple of moves and then showed the speed down the sidelines. What a start for the Patriots on the road.
It was not the same Parkview team we were accustomed to seeing earlier in the year. They no-showed the first half against Benton. When we talked to Coach Bolding this week, he fully agreed with that assessment. We kind of brought that up, and it's a different group now. Obviously, they've kind of found a little bit of that championship DNA. 5-3 record, might not look as good, but once again, we mentioned the challenges they had, Benton and Bryant, in the preseason as the kick is up and good, or the pre-conference season, I should say. And once they hit conference play, that first game was Hot Springs at the top right now. They lost that. Quarterback change has changed a whole lot, but that's special teams right there. That's well-rounded football. And we'll keep it right here, 11:47 goes. Parkview is up 7-0. One big key, Jackson, we watched a 10-minute drive from Benton in that game. And it was a lot of third downs, a lot of fourth downs. Parkview could not get off the field. I asked Coach Bolding, I said, okay, you mentioned it's a young defense. Do you think this team now, over a month later, would get off the field in that drive? He said, yes. Yes, I do. Very confidently, he said that. And I'm excited to see that. Let's see that comes to fruition as their defense takes the field, a 7-point lead. But That was pretty clinical right there. And that's one of the easier kick returns for a touchdown. It was well blocked, and Carmelo Johnson was running at about 75% pace, it looked like, and he would coast to coast.
Yeah, and right after Coach Rockwell led the team out of the tunnel to the hype video, they were fired up. Just steal the momentum right away.
Goes right to left across your radio dial. Lakeside now returns it. They're the 25, and they're stacked up and dropped. Andrew Morgan, one of our players to watch on the return there.
Another guy we get to watch again is Tucker Big Hog.
Yeah,
on the offensive line for Lakeside, the Arkansas Razorback commit. Taking the field for the Lakeside Rams.
So here comes Walcott in that offense. Wally Walcott, the senior, has thrown for 2,185 yards in the year, 23 touchdowns, and just one interception. In the shotgun, running back to his left side. They're going deep. They've got a man, but coverage is there. Underthrown ball. Receivers slip between the corner and safety there. That looked like that was Jonathan Prather who got through, but safety coverage over the top in support. Does not allow the pass to be complete on that left side. That's Torienlo Moore in coverage.
And I think if Walcott rips that one, it's a touchdown. He had a man wide open. He just tried to put a little too much air under it, and lucky for Parkview, the ball got there the same time the defender did because he didn't turn around and look for it.
Either has to throw it hard between the corner and the safety, or has to throw it a lot more air under it deep. Back in the shotgun, two wide receivers to the left side, two to the right. Throw is now up the middle. Flag is thrown. And receiver will cross the 30-yard line, 35-yard line, about 2 yards short of the first down marker. We'll check that flag before the next play. It was Luke Rebelski who caught that one.
In the area of either an illegal shift or an illegal formation, but
it's going to be a false start. So that will back them up now. It'll be second down and 15 from the Lakeside 22-yard line here. 11:25 to go in quarter number one. Parkview leads 7-0 over Lakeside here, and big-time matchup in the 5A. And so now Lakeside comes out in the shotgun formation. Second down and 15 from the 27-yard line. There's one wide receiver to the left side, two to the right, H-back in the formation as man goes in motion. That's Rebelski from right to left. Pitch now goes to the left side. It's going to be taken to about the 25, breaks the tackle now, up to the 27-yard line. And so a nice rush there on second down and 15 will yield about 10 yards.
That was Peter Oman with the tough running on the outside. Little pitch play. Broke a couple of tackles and then got tripped up by the turf monster. He may have been able to pick up the first down.
So third down and 8 coming up here. Under 11 minutes to play in quarter number one. Lakeside now comes out. Beautiful facility here. To our left, a nice big jumbotron with some shrubbery. They've got nice trees, and then they've got shrubs that spell out the word Rams. Back to pass. Walcott throws, it's tipped. He was looking on that left side for Rebelski, who was not even looking. A Parkview Patriot got their hand to it and tipped it away. So now it's 4th and 8 from their own 27 for Lakeside.
I think that was an option route there from Rebelski, and Walcott was looking for him to cut outside. Instead, he took the route inside, and that almost turned into a disaster for the Rams. But now they're set up on fourth down.
So fourth down now and 8. Walcott in the shotgun right now. Empty formation. They've got two tight ends in, so now it's going to be a punt, one of those short punts. This one will tilt and spin at the 33-yard line where it's down with 10:29 to go. So it's a kick return for a touchdown. It's a 3 and out. And now, with less than a minute and a half into this game already, we're going to see the Parkview Patriots take over, and to ask you, how's hunting season been?
It's been okay. I mean, I was in North Dakota a week ago, so that doesn't really count. But went on a duck hunting trip with my buddies, and we did well as per usual. But deer season's ramping up here in the state. Youth weekend starting tomorrow in Arkansas. Going to be a lot of kids out there.
The youths. So first down and 10 for Parkview. Snap is taken. Give us the right side, and nice job in pursuit by Lakeside. They're going to meet the rusher from Parkview about 2 yards after the rush. It was Dallas Bledsoe on that initial carry.
Bledsoe's had a good year, over 700 yards rushing for the Patriots. We saw they were pretty much inept throwing the football earlier in the season, and that's why we highlighted Montreal Thompson at quarterback. I'd love to see that passing game get going here tonight against the Rams.
Well, Montreal Thompson came in, the junior, at quarterback, and one thing Coach Bolding said is the running game got better. But what you see now is a 12 percentage point bounce upwards in completion percentage, and also the efficiency in terms of scoring, as well as a second down rush goes in between tackle and left side guard for about 5 yards, as once again it's Bledsoe. Third down and 2 upcoming.
Right up the gut, challenging this Lakeside defense. Big offensive line for the Patriots. Bledsoe, a tough runner. They're set up in a nice 3rd and short.
So now it's 3rd down and 2 from the the Parkview 42-yard line. Man goes in motion, hand off to Bledsoe. Goes inside, stumbles forward. He's got enough yardage for a first down. So Parkview able to pick up the necessary yardage needed to keep the chains moving, or at least move the chains for the first time tonight.
Take that all night. 3 or 4 yards on first down, 4 yards on second down, and then just enough to pick up the first down there for Bledsoe. Parkview with a nice start here in the first quarter.
24 rushing touchdowns on the season for Parkview. They rush at about a 7 yards per carry clip. Shotgun formation now. Ball's thrown left side. It's caught. Making a move, making a man miss, shifting his way, and moving forward on the left side is Kyrick Folks, who finds about 7 yards there. Easy pitch and catch.
He juked a couple guys there without moving. He caught the football at about the 50-yard line. He just kind of stood in place and acted like he was going to make a move, and that was just enough to give him a couple extra yards after the catch.
One thing about Parkview that we've seen the last 3 seasons that's been a hallmark is the speed. Right? They've been, for my money, the fastest team in the state in 2024, or 2023 rather. You could say the same for 2024 if you wanted to, but I think Bryant's got a bit more of an argument last year, but 2025, the speed is obviously still there. Bledsoe cuts it across the 45-yard line, enough it looks like for a first down there. But this is a very concerted effort right now by the offense. Just take what the defense gives you, move those sticks, already have the lead, apply some pressure.
And they're not in any hurry either. They're taking some time off the clock, keeping the ball away from this talented Lakeside offense.
Montreal Thompson, the 6'2 junior. So he's got good size. Can see over that offensive line. Parkview works right to left across your radio dial. 1st and 10 from Lakeside territory. Thompson rolls out, throws, tosses, but a nice job deflecting that one. That was Doak Douglas, the senior, who's able to get a hand to it, so now it's 2nd down and 10.
And Thompson had Jermaine Conway on the out route, rolling out to his left, but Doak Douglas able to get a fingertip on it, knock that one down, and for the first time, keep Parkview from gaining positive yardage on first down.
So now a 2nd down and 10 upcoming here for Parkview from the Lakeside 45-yard line. They've got a 7-0 advantage with 7:29 to go in quarter number 1. Snap is taken. Thompson's going to work to his right, cuts up the middle now. Nice patient run will get him about 6 yards as he maneuvers his way across the 40-yard line. And so now it'll be a 3rd down and about 4 upcoming. So 3rd down upcoming here for the Patriots offense. Been ruthless recently. since that loss to the Hot Springs. 52, 64, 42, and 56 scored as Thompson rolls right, throws in the flat. He's got a man. That one's caught, and pushing forward to get the yardage necessary is Jermaine Conway.
Same route concept to the opposite side that time, and Montreal Thompson did a good job of getting far enough outside to get away from the pressure so there was no one in the path of his throw, and just an easy pitch and catch for a first down.
A lot of simplicity so far. And I mean that, not in a pejorative way about this offense, but just pretty simple concepts, right? The runs have not been anything too ornate. Passing plays have just been pitch and catch situations. So 1st and 10 now from the 39-yard line of Lakeside. Thompson now, he works left. He's got some space. He's at the 30 where he's submarined. A nice tackle coming up for Lakeside. That one was Kadarius Jackson.
Good aggressive tackle there by Jackson coming downhill. Didn't wait for Thompson to come to him. Was aggressive. Hit him low and able to bring him down for a minimal gain.
Ball on the left hash, just on the right side of the 35-yard line. Josh Neighbors, Jackson Braswell, Damon Poole back in studio. Our second trip, I believe, this year to the Spa City for a game. It's now in the shotgun is Thompson. Bledsoe up the middle. He's got a big hole. He bounces off one of his own players as he scoots his way all the way down the 15-yard line, but he's grabbing, it looks like, his leg, and he's able to hobble off, but a nice strong run between the tackles. That was acceleration, Jackson.
Yeah, he saw the hole immediately, ran downhill, and he finished moving forward. He ducked that head and picked up a couple of extra yards after contact. You're going to have to see if Bledsoe comes back in the game. Looked like he may have turned his ankle there on the tackle.
So he's out of the game right now, and give way to Dak Crosby, the senior, who's in there. They'll give it off to Crosby. He'll work his way forward up to roughly the 10-yard line as Parkview visits the red zone for the first time tonight on offense. It was a quick visit in the red zone area for Carmelo Johnson on the opening kickoff return for a touchdown. As now skipping into the game is Kyrick Folks in at wide receiver. In the shotgun, it's Thompson. To his right, he's got Dak Crosby. Two receivers to his right side. To his left, it's Folks. He rolls to his right on 2nd down and 8. Looking, now he's going to run. Takes off. Makes a move at about the 5-yard line where he's met by a host of Hot Springs, of Lakeside Rams. What is a herd? A herd of Rams?
I'd say so.
Yep.
I love that decision there by Montreal Thompson. It was the rollout pass. No one was open. He immediately tucked it and just picked up positive yardage. Don't force it into coverage. Turn the football over in the red zone. Pick up 6 yards and keep moving this drive forward.
Short side of the field as well, right? So that's a tougher decision. A bit more traffic there. 4:15 and counting here as this drive has eaten a lot of time and solid amount of yardage here. Give inside, left side. It'll be across the first down line up to about the 1-yard line as Crosby now was submarined just prior to the goal line.
Just a long, well-executed drive for the Patriots. They've run almost 7 minutes off the clock.
There's beauty and simplicity as the snap is muffed. And I think Thompson was able to fall on it. So it'll be 2nd down and goal from the 1. But that is one of those areas where, look, it has been a bit of a problem for Parkview. They've had 7 fumbles in their 8 games this year. Turnovers been costly for them, and that's the wrong place to have it. Inexperience down there could cost you after what's been a marvelous drive.
And they don't run a lot of plays from under center, and that
Right.
can happen when you're a primary shotgun team. So back in the shotgun here.
Good call there, Jackson. 2 receivers, 1 to each side. Handoff is inside. Crosby pushes forward. Has he found the end zone? Referees are saying that he's short right now of the goal line. So a nice job in halting the effort of the Parkview Patriots. It looked like primarily on the stop it was Jonathan Rainey, the junior. And so crowd pumping up here as the ball is just inches away from the goal line. A drive that has taken nearly 10 minutes. It began with 10:29 to go, just around the 30-yard line of Parkview, and now it's on the 1 of Lakeside. Handoff is there. Give to the left side. It's a touchdown. That's the sophomore running back. Actually, freshman running back. We were told about him previous to the game, but a nice job getting to the end zone there, and that was a well-blocked play, Jackson, as they end up finding the end zone.
Kyron Sanders, the big back, they brought him in on the goal line.
It's actually, I believe Sadiq Goji is the tailback there, 5'11", 200 pounds. That was a player we were told to watch there. We couldn't see the number from where we are. It was a big scrum there, as now the field goal holder, it was 48, wasn't it?
I thought it was 40, but maybe it was 48.
I think it was 48. We were told that see Sadiq Goji, but also they do have some size in the, well, maybe Kyron Sanders as well. I think it was 48. I think it was Goji, because we were told to watch for him by Coach Bowling. As that kick is up, and it's no good. So with 2:36 to go in the first quarter, our score, Parkview 13, Lakeside 0. We'll step aside. It's the Buzz High School football game of the week.
Home Hardware Center is proud to support high school athletes this football season, and they're your local hometown hardware store to support your projects. Stop in for the best tools, paint, hardware, and supplies from brands you trust like Milwaukee, DeWalt, Diablo, Benjamin Moore, Simpson, and more. Plus, GE appliances, Traeger grills, hunting gear, and more. Come to Home Hardware Center at 1601 East Booth Road in Searcy. Once again, that's 1601 East Booth Road in Searcy. See you there.
Arkansas State University, 3 Rivers.
Want to go to college but don't know the first thing to do? Check out Arkansas State University 3 Rivers. They'll help you relieve that fear and show you how easy enrolling in college can be. Visit asutr.edu and apply online today. Scholarships available for ACT 19 and higher.
Arkansas State University, 3 Rivers, 3 Rivers.
This one's going to be returned now at the 22-yard line. A platoon of Patriots were there on the stop. So a really strong drive from Parkview. It eats up nearly 10 minutes of clock here in quarter number 1. They returned a kick for a touchdown to begin the game. They forced a 3-and-out, and then they went on a long drive that saw their leading tailback, Dallas Bledsoe, go down, but a couple of substitutes, guys who've had the ball before, in the form of Dak Crosby, and then eventually the freshman, Sadiq Goji, finished it off. Goji has his 3rd touchdown of the season. He's come on once conference play has begun, has now a handoff to the left side. And so a nice, strong start to this drive. It's about a 4-yard pickup there by, I think that was the tailback number 4, Peter Oman.
Pete Oman, a tough runner, comes from a good family of Lakeside running backs. His brother was really good for the Rams the last few years. Now Pete taking the reins over.
Averaging about 79 yards per game, 5 yards a carry. He's got 7 touchdowns on the season. 3 games of at least 100-plus yards. Shotgun now. Snaps, taking his play action. Walcott throws left side. This one too tall for the intended target. And he was looking for his main man, Drew Morgan, unable to connect. Parkview read that one well, too.
Parkview back in a zone, and looked like Walcott just had his mind made up that he was going to give a shot to Drew Morgan on that play. Double coverage, and he's lucky that he overthrew it, because there were 2 Patriots there that would have picked it off if the throw had been on target.
So now Lakeside's got a 3rd down and 6, 1:45 to go. They trail by 13. They're heading left to right across your radio dial in blue uniforms and yellow helmets with the blue on them. 2 and 2 in the formation. Oman spreads out left side. Now throw is behind the intended target, but a nice job reeling that one in for Lakeside. It was number 3, Jonathan Prather.
Just put that ball right in the middle of the zone. Prather set his route down right at the sticks, was able to contort his body to make the catch on the ball behind him and pick up the first down. That's a nice third down conversion for the Rams.
Prather, the second leading receiver on the year, came into the game with over 400 yards and 3 scores. Passing attack has been dynamic for them this year. First down and 10 from their own 37-yard line. 3 receivers to the left side now. Walcott's back to pass. He throws over the middle. Got a man. It's Morgan. He's at the 40. He's wrapped up and dragged down in Parkview territory at about the 32-yard line, and the big connection.
What a good release there by Morgan on his route. Accelerated off the line of scrimmage and just got in between that zone defense, got behind the linebackers, crossed the face of the safeties, and a big gain on first down for Lakeside.
So now Lakeside huddles up. Here with 1:07 to go in the first quarter as he was pushed out of bounds. And the snap will come from the left hash mark at the 32-yard line of Parkview. Snaps taken, Walcott tosses. Oman goes right side. He's got a hold. Nice shifting and moving there. Looked like Parkview was in position to make the stop, but Oman's quick feet and good pad level got him about 5.
And good blocking there from wide receiver Luke Robleski. Was able to take on his man and take him out of the play, giving Oman just enough space to pick up a first down. He really only had one blocker out there and 3 Parkview defenders, but his one blocker did a nice job.
So now in the shotgun, it is Walcott. He's got one running back to his left, one receiver to his left as well, and they pulled the left guard.
He was coming.
The left guard pulled before the snap was even taken. So
it was kind of a delayed false start call too.
I appreciate, because that kid was ready to just plow somebody over. I mean, he was ready to pull it and just push. But that will cost the Lakeside Rams about 5 yards. So second down and 14 upcoming here, Jackson, with 26 seconds to go in the first quarter. They're down 13. This has been a nice drive, but we have seen a couple procedural penalties push them back a bit. Against this version of Parkview, you need to mind your P's and Q's.
No doubt about it, especially with how good this Parkview offense has looked. You got to be executing at a high level.
Oman goes left side, cuts back, and a nice job of finding and stopping. That was Landon Adams, the sophomore.
Those one-on-one tackles are plays that maybe they didn't make earlier in the year, but now getting into the end of the season, plays you have to make, and Adams did a nice job.
Parkview leads 13-0 at the end of the first quarter over Lakeside. It's the Buzz High School football game of the week.
The electric cooperatives got its start lighting Arkansas, and we continue to meet that demand with every resource we can deliver. We're powering your life where you live every single day through one of 17 local cooperatives, each unique, always united, and in your community. Our mission? To provide reliable, affordable, and responsible power to every corner of Arkansas. It's the local hometown cooperative way, because we're better connected together. The Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas.
We're all getting ready for that big game this Friday night. Clothes are laid out, cars are decorated, and the menu is picked. Your hometown teams have prepared, practiced, and are now ready to put their best on display for you. I'm Renata Jenkins-Bowler with Roller Funeral Homes. When you choose the Roller Funeral Home in your hometown, you can be assured, like your team, we will be ready to put our best on display for you. Roller Funeral Homes is a proud supporter of Arkansas High School athletics.
13-0 our score here after one quarter of play. Parkview leads Lakeside in what is one of the pivotal matchups tonight happening in the 5A South. We'll have pivotal matchups both tonight and next week. We will probably not be at the matchups next week, although depending on what happens tonight, Lakeside versus Hot Springs could be for all the marbles in the 5A South. But work to be done here. Down in 7, 29-yard line. Snap taken. Pitch to Oman. He goes left side. He's going to be swarmed at about the 26-yard line. A nice job of finding and wrapping. That's Billy Moore, one of our favorites. He had a massive, was it Billy Moore in the massive game last time we had Parkview? I also believe
it was. He had a couple of sacks and some tackles for loss. He was really good in that Benton game. Now 4th and short. See what the Rams do.
So 4th down and about 3 yards now. Jumbo formation here. There's trips to the left side on that end of the Lakeside line. There's one receiver to the outside. Snaps taken. Walcott back to pass. Looking. Late break for the receiver. He's trying to run, but he pitches it forward. It's a first down. It looked like he was going to make a dash for the first down line, but at the last second, he decided to do a little Patrick Mahomes pitch forward, and he found Luke Rebelski, the senior. That was great, inventive offense from the quarterback Walcott, who claps his hands. It's a crucial first down for Lakeside.
That's just a senior level of feel that Walcott has as a quarterback, because I don't think he was going to get the first down running the football. And as you said, the Patrick Mahomes one-hand pitch to the open receiver. Nice job there by the Rams.
So it's a first down and 10 now inside the red zone. Oman goes right side, patient running, but he's stacked up. And that's one thing about when you play Parkview, patience can come at a cost.
And it's going to be hard to outrun them to the
Right.
sideline.
I understand you wanted to see if there was a gap that would open up to hit that hole, but Parkview does such a good job of flying to the football, especially under Coach Bobby Bolding. Now the head coach was the DC before, but the one thing that you see about Parkview, their technical tackling for the most part is very impressive for a high school football team.
Absolutely. And now our guy Tremendous Kane, who was our player to watch the first time around, has entered the game for the Rams. He's a speedier back that can maybe get it around the outside.
So Kane enters into the game. He is an athlete. Play action pass. Walcott goes over the middle. He's got a man. Touchdown. You've heard it all year for the Lakeside Rams. It's Walcott to Morgan, and the Rams stampede back.
Morgan with his 11th touchdown of the year. The play action fake was just good enough to get the safety to bite. And Morgan took it straight up the seam and into the end zone for the Rams with a nice response here in the second quarter.
Have to think that touchdown pass number 24 for Walcott was one that he could have made in his sleep. That's an easy slant inside to Morgan, as you mentioned. We've seen those two connect over and over and over and over this year as the big numbers pile up for those two gentlemen who will both be All-State honorees, you'd think, at the end of the year. Kicks up. That one is strike through. So a 10-20 to go in quarter number 2, 13-7. Parkview leads Lakeside. That was a huge drive, and got to think, yep, touchdown's great, but Walcott on 4th down, a little bit of playground action is the big decider.
And it's not a play you expect from a quarterback that you wouldn't necessarily think of as mobile in Wally Walcott. And Parkview had a good defense call. They felt like they had him contained, and he's just a playmaker. He's been doing it for a number of years for the Rams, and that time picked up a crucial 4th down. And as you said, huge response because Parkview had all the momentum in the first half, got the kickoff return for a touchdown to start the game, and then a long, successful drive and a 13-point lead. And now it's a ball game again.
Well, you know, I thought that heading into this game, Jackson, Parkview, just when a team like that gets rolling, it's not the kind of group that you want to bet against, right? But Lakeside, to me, you know, you could tell from that first game against Sheridan, it's going to be a good outfit all the way around. They are not as athletic as Parkview, no. But when you have a drive like that, when you can just mix it in, find your good guys, a little bit of everybody in that drive, and then your senior quarterback makes a play like that, that's the kind of offense that you need. You weren't asking him to do a ton that drive, but when he needed to, he did. This kick goes from right to left. It's a thumping one. It'll go and be caught at the 5-yard line. Now working to the middle of the field. It's a nice return so far, and tripped up at the 33-yard line is the Parkview Patriots returner, Kyrick Folks.
He almost had a lane for another kick return for a touchdown. Good pursuit by the Rams to catch him from behind. He took it across the field and really only had one more guy to beat before he was able to turn on the Jets.
Yeah, it's a team that, you probably don't want to kick to
I was about
all
to
the
say,
time.
I don't know that I would kick to him. We've seen multiple weeks when we've called games kickers just doing the little pooch kick. And Josh showing me stats right now. Folks has 3 returns for touchdowns on the year coming into the game.
And they've got now 4 total as Carmelo Johnson took it all the way to the house. He's got 6 returns for 90 yards in the kicking game. So now rolling left, Thompson throws deep. He's got a man down there, but it's out of bounds. Kind of an awkward-looking play, and so pursuit of Thompson was strong. It's now 2nd down and 10, a shot play on 1st down.
And he had his man initially, but the pressure by Lakeside forced him out of the pocket. If he had a clean pocket, that was going to be a touchdown. He was looking to connect with Kyron Marshall, who was one-on-one on the outside, but Lakeside dialing up pressure at the right time on 1st down.
So now it's 2nd down and 10. Parkview's got it with 10:05 remaining in the second quarter. They're on their own 33-yard line. It's 13-7 in favor of the Patriots. Handoff now goes right side. It's taken well, cutting back inside, shifting his way towards the 1st down marker on that play was the speed of Crosby.
Dak Crosby. That's another good football name. I feel like there's a lot of good names in this game. You got Wally Walcott at quarterback.
Big, what is it? Big
Tucker, Big Hog Young.
Big Hog. I mean, you can't beat Big Hog. That's a 1 of 1.
It's a 1 of 1.
And they're going to say Crosby did get the 1st down, so he pushed his way up to the 44-yard line. Snaps taken. Crosby now inside. He'll maneuver and scoot his way forward to about the 49-yard line. It's a gain of 5. And that's the one thing about this Parkview rushing attack. With the way they block and kind of just the gliding nature of their backs, they're able to keep it on schedule. Even you saw the 1st down shot play. You can take one of those when you have your backup running back, operate well to that right side like we saw Crosby do.
And they just have a stable of athletes. Dallas goes down, just bring in another guy who can run the football.
The one thing about Emmanuel Bunting, he had 14 carries for negative 46 yards, 2 fumbles in the year. Thompson's had 25 carries for 209 and 5 rushing touchdowns. So it's just another element of the offense. And Coach Bolding, as a defensive guy, wants to run the ball, wants to play some defense. As this carry goes for about 2 yards, they push their way across the timeline. It'll be a 3rd down and 3 with 8:38 and counting left to go in quarter number 2.
And I love these play calls. They're doing a good job up front, pushing the line of scrimmage and picking up positive yardage and giving themselves a chance on every 3rd down, and would say they're in 4-down territory here inside Lakeside territory.
The round 3, Thompson takes the snap. He'll roll to his left now. What a wonderful run as he breaks the 30-yard line. He's pushed out of bounds at about the 29. He went up the middle, looked like he was stopped, was able to stop his momentum, cut it outside, and he bursts for about 25.
Thompson showing off the wheels. We were just talking about Bunting and how he wasn't much of a run threat right there. Montreal Thompson showing off some of his value on 3rd down. There was nothing up the middle, but he had the wheels to take it outside and outrun that Lakeside defense for a big 3rd down conversion. And they're continuing to huddle and slow things down and keep the clock moving in this football game.
Thompson, by no means a refined product of the quarterback spot, but you can see that's a moment where the game slows down for him a bit, right? He was able to read that play. Thompson back to pass, looks over the middle, it's got a man, that one's caught. It's a throw that was a bit short of his man, but working back to the football and making the catch for the Parkview Patriots was the wideout Carmelo Johnson, who almost found the end zone for a 2nd time tonight.
Carmelo Johnson coming back to the football. I like that technique from the receiver position. Didn't wait on it to come to him. It was underthrown. Attacked the football and high-pointed it to put the Patriots in the red zone.
The Patriots back on the doorstep once again for the 2nd time in as many drives. Handoff, Crosby works inside, pushes his way forward. He's at the 1-yard line. He's stacked up there. Nice job by Lakeside of keeping him out as the clock ticks below. 7:30 to go in quarter number 2.
But still, Josh, this is another one of those drives that they just kind of nickel and dimed you all the way down the field and taking the clock off.
Poor Crosby comes out of the game as they bring the hammer back in. The handcuff running back. This is like the fantasy football situation. You see all the time. Poor guy checks out of the game. He's going to break something. You know, it's usually 15, 20 yards or longer. They'll bring in the hammer. It's Goji. The freshman finds his way forward. Flag flies. He's not quite in the end zone just yet. Stopped about a half foot short.
That could be a big flag, taking you from 2nd and goal from the 1 to a hold, backing you up to the 10.
So that one's going to back them up to the 10-yard line. A bad spot for a holding infraction. It's a big freshman, 5'11", 200 pounds. So 2nd down, and this one's going to take him back to the 12-yard line.
It's going to be interesting to see if Goji sticks at running back at 5'11", 200.
Freshman that they know is going to have a chance to make it big, right? Somebody that size, that ability already. They trust in scoring situations. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Thompson rolls right. He throws. He's got a man down to the 5-yard line inside the pylon. Tries to stick the football, but he's going to be short. We're going to say that Jermaine Conway stepped out at the 3-yard line. And so Conway was close to touchdown number 3 on the season, but he's about 3 yards short.
They're getting Thompson outside of the pocket. We've only seen one pass from Thompson where he's been in the pocket. They're getting him outside, letting him use his legs and find open receivers on the outside. And now 3rd and 3 feels a lot more manageable on the goal line.
3rd down and about 3.5. You've got to think here, Jackson, it's a 4-down situation. 2 plays, get 3 yards. Inside, Goji, he works left. He's tackled right at the goal line. The official on the far left side says he was stopped. That was a nice tackle from Lakeside. I thought he was going to score, but I think Declan McKinney got there.
And he may have scored. He just didn't get the call.
Yeah, I think he scored.
Yeah, the front half of his body was definitely in the end zone, but it looked like the ball was down by his waist. That would definitely be one that would go to review in a college or NFL situation as Parkview takes a timeout.
Bobby Bolding's claps are directed towards the referee. So Bobby Bolding takes timeout, I think, to almost kind of clap at the referee, let him know that he's not pleased with that. I thought he was in Jackson. Nonetheless, 1-yard line. These long, sustained drives from Parkview have been impressive. You've got 6 minutes left to go in the second quarter, and these 2 drives have just been simplicity. It's been a whole lot of individual, blocked well, but individual guys making moves in space, making choices about which way to go. Variety of backs. Dallas Bledsoe gets hurt on the first drive, comes out of the game, has not impacted Parkview's ability to move the football.
And Thompson is showing you that he can throw the football a little bit. So the threat of the pass opens up the run game, and you also have the threat of Thompson running it himself. And so it just makes this Parkview offense completely different than what we saw earlier in the season.
Thompson, 66% completion percentage, 7 touchdowns to just 1 interception on the year. He's also run for 209 and 5 scores. That lanky, long 6'2 frame. Big formation, 1 receiver in it. Snap taken. Handoff goes to Goji. He's stacked up. It's a Ram rejection. And Lakeside holds.
Big play by this Ram defense. You know Coach Bolding's got to be upset. He felt like he had a touchdown on 3rd and goal, didn't get the call. Now his defense is going to have to step up with the Rams taking over on offense.
It was Goji working right to left across the offensive line, and I can't even spot an individual number because Lakeside, the entire team got there. They blew that thing up, and that's the kind of stand you have to have. To be quite frank, Parkview has moved the ball all over Lakeside whenever they've had it, whether it's been the return game, whether it's been the offense as well, but this drive stops at the 2-yard line. Lakeside takes it. Walcott throws. Now that one's deflected at the line of scrimmage and fired up off that right side. And that was guess who? Parkview.
Billy.
Billy Moore. I mean, you can't find a better. Where's 59? So he's essentially a 3-4 linebacker, right? I mean, this guy is, they're going to play 4-down lineman, but he is a capital P pass rusher, right? I mean, this guy is coming off the edge. He's hands, he's limbs, he's speed and power. 2nd down and 10. Walcott in the gun. He's got Omen to his left. There's 1 receiver to his right. There's 3 to his left. Middle of the field here, working right to left across your radio dial. Throw is outside of Morgan, who snags it at the 4-yard line and goes out of bounds. That's a hard-earned 3 yards to make it now 3rd down and about 8. 5:52 to go in quarter number 2. Lakeside trails Parkview 13-7.
This is a big 3rd down here. If Parkview's able to get a stop, they're surely going to have good field position offensively. The Rams looking to get out of the shadow of their own goal line.
They'll send those trips, the 3 wide receivers to the right side of the formation now. 1 to the left, running back is Omen to the left side of Walcott. Walcott barks out signals, 4 seconds, 3 seconds on the play clock. He settles down, but a timeout will be called. And so Lakeside will take one here with 5:52 to go in quarter number 2. Josh Neighbors, Jackson Braswell, Damon Poole, our producer, part of the Buzz High School Football Game of the Week, edition number 9 of the season. And we'll see these 2 teams for a second time. Both teams that will be dancing in the playoffs. But I think 2 teams that, hey, that's not the goal. They knew that'd be most likely where they'd end up. Goal was for them to be at War Memorial. Both of these teams have a chance. Parkview, obviously, with the experience, back-to-back defending champions in the 5A. Trying to make it a 3-peat.
Josh, I've been trying to really watch Tucker Young, the big offensive lineman that's going to Arkansas. Lakeside doesn't run the football behind him very much, though. I mean, he's 6'5", 300 pounds at left tackle, and it seems like they've run to the opposite side of the line. This year, obviously not a running situation on 3rd down and inside your own 5, but something to watch going forward. That's a big man at left tackle for the Rams.
So we'll break after next time we go stop. Back to pass, throwing right side now. He's got a man open, and that one's dropped. On 3rd down and 8. It was a drop.
I was looking towards Robleski. The ball was low, but a catchable ball for the receiver, and not able to come up with it. And now a dangerous punting situation for the Rams. Punter going to be right in front of the back line of the end zone. Probably going to see Parkview come after him a little bit here.
So 5:48 to go in quarter number 2. 13-7, Parkview leads. They've got Lakeside pinned deep in their own zone. Max protecting the punt situation. The Parkview returner, I believe it's Folks, he stands at the Lakeside 40-yard line. This punt is up. It's not a bad one, but it's a wobbler, and it ends up being pretty bad. It gets away from there, and this one's going to be spotted at the 21-yard line. And so Parkview, well, nope, the referee's going to go down to the 33. I saw him stop down here on that right side.
That honestly, 21 looked like a pretty good spot. I thought the 31 was going to be the very best case scenario. That was if the ball didn't cross out of bounds. That's where the ball landed, was on the 31. So generous for the Rams to even get that amount on the punt.
5:40 to go here in the first half. We'll have the halftime show. We'll update you on that Camden Fairview Hot Springs game and everything else that's happening in high school football around the state of Arkansas. And for even more of that coming up later, Randy Rainwater and Kevin Bohannon, as well as Barry Grooms, will have more for you later tonight. Parkview's in the gun. They'll take the snap. Goji's going to go left side. Cuts. breaks the tackle, stumbles forward for 2 yards. Shot out of a cannon for Lakeside into the backfield was Quadarius Jackson, who initially got some hands to Goji. He was able to fight forward and get about 2, but Jackson does a good job of stopping the roll.
Pretty impressive jump cut there from Goji. There was nothing on that left side, but was able to put his foot in the ground and pick up some positive yards for the Patriots.
I think there's a wheel that one of the players is holding up to call in signs, the Lakeside sign. He's got 5 different things, like pizza slices, 5 different logos there. Thompson throws left side. This one's caught at the 20, 10, 5. It's a house call. Pitch, catch, and a roll. As Marshall finds the end zone. He had been quiet all night tonight, but the leading receiver for the Patriots gets his 8th score of the season.
Nice one-on-one effort there from Marshall. And a good throw by the junior quarterback, able to put it on the money on the comeback route. Made one guy miss and then trotted into the end zone. I've been really impressed with Montrell Thompson at quarterback tonight.
So the lead is 12 right now, 19-7, 4:54 to go in half number 1. Parkview will go for 2. Last time they scored, they did not get the field goal attempt. It's been a touchdown off a kickoff return, a touchdown drive, a drive stop at the 1, and then a touchdown. This one's a throw to the outside. It's whipped. It's caught. It's in. Great anticipation from Thompson. He finds his target, Dak Crosby, the running back, and it's 21-7. We'll step aside. It's a Buzz High School football game of the week.
Arkansas State University, 3 Rivers.
You want to stay at home and take college classes? Visit Arkansas State University 3 Rivers at asutr.edu and enroll in online classes toward a certificate or degree. So keep your PJs on and go to asutr.edu. Scholarships available for ACT 19 and higher.
Arkansas State University, 3 Rivers, 3 Rivers.
Midtown Plumbing services over 1 million square feet of commercial property in Little Rock. And they've also provided plumbing needs to thousands of residential clients all over Central Arkansas. Along with residential and commercial plumbing, Midtown also provides water heater sales, sewer repair, remodeling services, and 24-hour emergency plumbing. Midtown Plumbing, just a phone call away. 501-426-5900. MidtownMechanicalServices.com.
This one's returned to the 25-yard line and slipping is Quadarius Jackson at his own 22. So Lakeside with 4 minutes and 54 seconds left to go in quarter number 2 will take over with 78 yards to go till Pater. Flags are down at the 27-yard line on the Parkview side of the field.
Josh, this has been a really well-executed game, really by both teams in the first half, but just been really impressed with Parkview, how multiple they are offensively. You know, they were a one-trick pony when we saw them against Benton. They were running the football regardless because they could not pass it, but Thompson has really opened things up for them, and you would think with the trajectory that they've had late in the season, they look like a real threat.
That two-point conversion was the best throw he's had all night, right? Crosby just splits out to the left side, and Thompson, without Crosby having turned his head, puts it right on him. Crosby turns, ball's right there, catches it. That's anticipation. That's just knowing where you're supposed to go with the football. And I think you're right. I mean, this gives them a chance to improve, right? They're not having to kind of fight themselves. Lakeside's got it. They had a penalty on that kickoff return, so they're at their own 15. Walcott, back to pass. Finds a man in the open space. That's Rebelski. He's at about the 25-yard line, and it takes a platoon of Patriots to drag him down. So he'll be stopped at the 25-yard line. Nice job by Rebelski, fighting for a first down.
That's Rebelski's first catch of the night. He's been targeted a few times, but hasn't been able to come up with one there on first down. Just the easy toss out to the sidelines. Rebelski picks up the first.
.430 to go. And Oman shakes and moves, breaks a few tackles as he pushes his way to the timeline. That's a physical run and some fast feet by Oman.
Some fast feet by Pete. Pete Oman, the running back, hit the hole hard and drug a couple of Parkview tacklers all the way to the 50-yard line for a 26-yard gain.
And that's, I think, one of the biggest plays we've seen tonight.
Other than the pass to Drew Morgan,
right?
The long pass on the sidelines.
But especially out of that running game, nice to see. They got replay review on the board. It's nice to see at Lakeside as the offense is working to the left hash just beneath the big blue and yellow L. Throw downfield. This one is just too short of the hands of Morgan, who tried to work back to the football, but he was in triple coverage.
It was funny because I was watching the route concept. They had 4 guys. Everyone but Morgan didn't move off the line of scrimmage. They just stood there as a decoy to try to pull defenders away from the Lakeside Rams playmaker and just out of his reach on the deep ball.
So Parkview a 14-point advantage with 3:57 to go. Lakeside's got the football at midfield. From the left hash, they've got 2 receivers to the right. They've got 2 to the left. Man goes in motion. It's Morgan. 2nd down and 10. Snap is muffed, but flags fly from everywhere. A false start. So another procedural penalty goes against the Lakeside Rams. I believe it's number 3 on them so far in that category.
That's interesting that they got a false start on that, because the only person that moved was the center, and it was him snapping the football. So I would have thought that would have just been a fumble because no one else moved, but they honestly get the benefit of it being a false start rather than where the ball ended up.
Happy Halloween, everybody out there. Hope you guys are enjoying the Buzz High School football game of the week. Maybe have your AirPods in as you're taking the kids trick-or-treating.
What is your favorite candy?
That's a great question. I'll tell you, as a slow-developing quarterback draw developed into a disaster for Lakeside. Big number 50 comes across the middle, and that time it was Nigel Farsi, 6'3", 295, bearing down on Walcott.
That play had no chance from the beginning. Multiple Parkview defenders in the backfield on the snap. Farsi able to put the big hit on Walcott.
They were at the 50. Now it's a 3rd down and 20 from their own 40-yard line. As Lakeside works right to left across your radio dial, ball on the left hash. Oman goes in motion, 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Walcott rolls right, looks downfield. Now he's going to cut upfield, trying to get away from multiple Parkview Patriots, and he is dragged down helplessly.
And he fumbled the football.
He lost the football. Luckily, one of his teammates recovered it. He was dragged down, and I don't know which Parkview Patriot got there, because so many of them did. But man, it couldn't tell from this angle too. It's a far side of the field for us. As Walcott was being dragged down where the ball was, luckily the man who failed his responsibilities to block fell on the football, and so now it's a 4th down and 27. Walcott almost muffs the snap. This one's a low bouncer. It bounces at the 33-yard line, hooks back, and it'll be down at that 34 of Parkview. So 2:19 to go in half number 1. Parkview leads by 14. Big moments here. We saw a game last week where Searcy had a 2-score lead with the football, and they were going to get the opening kickoff. They decided to take knees. They punted in the first half, and those 2 sequences, at least to me, those 2 drives cost them what could have been a more competitive game. Well, a chance potentially here for Parkview to put the hammer down. We've seen a pretty slow-moving offense tonight so far, Jackson. Let's see if they can do the 2-minute drill.
And Montrell Thompson has given you every reason to believe that they can with 2:19 left.
They've got 2 timeouts, as does Lakeside. Thompson works right. He's stopped, but now he works back to the left. Flag flies. He'll get about 6 yards. I think it's going to be a hold. It'll come back.
Yeah, tough for there to not be a hold when you start one way and go all the way back across the field.
And when it breaks down, too. It broke down over there, so I flip sides and puts a bit of stress on the offensive line there.
That's not the start you want in the 2-minute.
Nope, it's not the start. The Patriots back to the, we'll see. Put the 24-yard line. So it'll be first down and 20 from the 24 of Parkview. They work left to right across their radio dial. The all whites. They've got a blue P backed by a red stripe behind it with a white star in the middle of it. Snap taken. Crosby's got it. He goes up the middle. He'll try and push his way forward for about 3 yards. Under 2 minutes to play now in half number one.
And Josh, with under 2 minutes, you would think if Parkview tries to run the football again here, you may see a timeout from Lakeside to try to get the ball back to Walcott and with good field position, because it doesn't look like Parkview's in a hurry.
Chess match continues here between Garen Rockwell, the head coach, and year number 3 at at Lakeside. First year for Bobby Bolding coaching at Parkview, not his first year in Arkansas high school football, a man with multiple state championships. As Thompson goes deep, got a man right side. This one is bobbled. Did he catch it? They're going to say it's incomplete as the helmet comes off for Parkview's Kyron Marshall. He's slow to get up, loses the lid, and really strong coverage from the corner, Kevon Morgan.
I thought he caught that football at first glance. Marshall kind of slow played it and deked the cornerbacks for Lakeside to make them believe the football wasn't coming, and then threw his hands up at the last second. 3rd and long here with 1:21. I might try to force Lakeside to take one of those 2 of their remaining timeouts and just run the football.
So the deep shot does not pay off for the Parkview Patriots because one of those timeouts gets preserved by Lakeside, as you mentioned, Jackson. And so what we're seeing now is a run forward, stacked up basically in the line of scrimmage. Timeout comes from, nope, clock still running. So Garen Rockwell not using a timeout. I'm surprised here. And now he takes one.
Yeah, let 8 seconds run off after the play before calling it.
You have to be aware of that. And Damon, I'm resetting the stream right now. We're on the school Wi-Fi, which is nice. I'm glad I get to be a part of that. But school Wi-Fi's, they reset every once in a while. So timeout for the Lakeside Rams with 1:06 to go in quarter number 2. Half number 1 here. Josh Neighbors and Jack
Arkansas gear from Johnny O and Peter Millar. Great staff, fantastic service. Bell and Sword, the only Central Arkansas men's store with a tailor on staff to fit you. So go now to Bell and Sword, 1011 Oak Street in Conway on Facebook and Instagram.
I think my kid has what it takes to be a great college athlete.
Don't delay. Call Jay. Jay has represented 4- and 5-star athletes, serving all your NIL needs with a little extra. 501-951-1333. Don't delay. Call Jay.
Mud Connection presents the Hog Wild pregame show with David Basil and Trey Schapp on location this week from Walk On Sports Bistro. Hog Wild pregame show is brought to you in part by Chris Crane Hyundai and the Holiday Inn Express and Suites off Weddington and Fayetteville.
One half to go here in the penultimate edition of our Buzz High School Football Game of the Week. Josh Neighbors, Jackson Braswell for the last time this regular season. It'll be Braswell squared next week as father and son combine to broadcast somebody winning a conference title. Either be Conway and Bryant or Mills and Lone Oak. So that'll be coming next week. Excited for y'all to have that call. But it's been a pleasure working with you this year.
Yeah. We'll get another chance.
Yeah.
We'll get a state championship.
We've had we haven't had anything too crazy in terms of trek, but we've had a nice year. We've kind of been all over the place. We've made several trips. We've had a lot of trips south, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, we made trips to Sheridan.
I think we've only made one trip north.
Lake Hamilton, right? We also made our way here to Lakeside, and then we went north to Dardanelle.
You went to Mayflower.
Cersei.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Dardanelle's more west. It's more. I guess I'd call it northwest.
Northwest. Yeah.
Starting to make that northwest way, but one game we had Little Rock and Cabot in the game in that area, but the 2 minutes has been put on the clock. Beautiful facility here at Lakeside. A press box is about 5-6 years old, and so it is cool to see
all the students in their Halloween costumes tonight.
Yeah. What would have been your Halloween costume this year?
A Buzz High School Game of the Week broadcaster.
That's what I said as well. We talked to Caden Kittler, the Arkansas Razorback center today, and David Basil asked him, "Hey, what was your favorite outfit that you made? Your favorite costume?" And he said he made his own Batman costume.
Nice.
That's a center right there. I mean, that's a cool dude, if you will.
Need him to have a good game tomorrow.
I'm not even sure he's going to play.
Really?
Marion Harris, questionable, as is Caden Kittler. Hogs and Mississippi State Bulldogs. And on that front, actually, Kevin Bohannon gave us this news, and thankful that he did. Rhett Lashley has added a 2-year extension to his current contract at SMU. I think he got one last year. The point of this extension really is just to up his pay. He is now one of the 10 highest paid coaches in college football. We saw Matt Rule get an extension, which ostensibly keeps him away from Penn State. Kurt Signetti got one a little while ago. We say now that extension being handed out to Rhett Lashley at SMU, and so maybe one of those guys does get the buyout. Those contracts can be as much to protect the school as much as they are to believe in the coach, but Arkansas continues their trek to potentially find a coach. One of those coaches, one of those candidates potentially in action tonight as Ryan Silverfield's Memphis Tigers are all over the Rice Owls, 38-7 at the beginning of the fourth quarter. Ivy League action, which we respect so much. Penn,
we love
28,
it.
Brown 14 into the third. Syracuse up on UNC 10-6 at the half. Louisiana Tech 27, Sam Houston 0. And then the World Series, which is also happening simultaneously. 5-1 Dodgers in game number 6. Could be heading towards a Saturday night pivotal game between the Dodgers and the Blue Jays in what's been an outstanding series in the Fall Classic.
Who are you rooting for in that one? You
America's Dodgers? Team, the Blue Jays. Weather's chilled down just a bit here as hoodies are out in full effect. Coffee, hot chocolate in hand, as well as starting to see some winter hats the first time. Temperatures dropping. Parkview kicks off left to right across your radio dial, and now Q Quidarius Jackson is returning right to left. He spun around at about the 27, then dropped there. So that's where this drive will begin for the Lakeside Rams. who will now head right to left across your radio dial. They are down 7. Thoughts on their offense first half? Able to move it, kind of some stops and starts, but Parkview really up to the challenge when it mattered most, and I would say penalties stopped a lot of the momentum that Lakeside had at times.
And the pass rush of Parkview, especially in the second quarter, got to Walcott a couple of times. I'd like to see them get back to the running game a little bit. Pete Oman had a pretty good first half running the football. Might see more of him here in the second half.
You know, we're trying to get things rolling once again on the Facebook, YouTube, X, and Twitch as we're having to reconnect to the high school Wi-Fi. A tradition unlike any other. As this carry goes from Oman for about 4 yards. Touchdowns by Goji, Johnson, and Marshall in the first half for Parkview as they lead by 14. Next week, Hot Springs takes on Lakeside, and then Camden Fairview will meet the Parkview Patriots. But right now it looks like a loss might be added to the Lakeside record. Drew Morgan right side. He's got something to say about that. He don't need to be big. Scored in the first half. Pretty academic there. They get him rolling towards the outside there. Picks up about 7 yards. And so it's going to be a first down and 10 from the Lakeside 40.
Drew Morgan, just the reliable target for Wally Walcott. He seems to be they're looking for him on almost every play, and they run him in a number of different formations, a lot of motion pre-snap for him, just to try to get him open against this stout Parkview defense.
So 11:09 to go in the third quarter as sweatshirts and pullovers are on for the dance teams and the cheerleaders on the near side here for Lakeside, who's in their home blue uniforms. Oman spins once, spins twice, and rumbles across the 45-yard line inside of the midfield circle that surrounds the big L logo as he makes 11 yards on that first down.
Pete Oman's a tough runner, low to the ground, runs with a lot of aggressiveness and hard to tackle. Picking up 11 on first down. Lakeside moving the ball well to start the second half.
I see Waldo, multiple Waldos in the Lakeside student section, so I found him. Butterfly, I see some construction workers.
Saw some minions down in the concourse.
You did?
I did.
Lakeside now. 3 receivers in the formation. H back to the left side. Running back to the right is Oman. Oman takes the carry. He now works to the left, but he's bottled up. Nice job, and on cue, it's Big Will, Billy Moore. He is a absolute workhorse. I mean, I know you want to run stuff for the right side, but we've watched him now 2 games, and he's just hard to block. And it's not like he is physically overwhelming. He's got good size.
Yeah, he's 6'2" at the defensive end spot, which is really not big enough to play at the D1 level, but he's got
the
skills.
technical ability to do so, right? I mean, this guy has been all over the place for them. Back to pass is Walcott. Walcott throws. This one's up in the air, and a flag is thrown late near the line of scrimmage. The pass ends up hitting a Lakeside Ram receiver.
We got a penalty flag on the play as well. Looks like it's going to go on Parkview.
So Parkview tagged with that one.
We got a hold on the defense.
Hold on that defense. And for the Parkview defense, it's been a great effort this year. They've forced 4 fumbles, recovered 2, had 3 interceptions. They allowed 3.6 yards per rush, which is very, very strong for them. And I mean, recently, things really have picked up for them in terms of defense in conference play. But now it's a 2nd down and 1. So under 10 minutes to play in quarter number 3. Walcott back to pass. Big drive here. It's a delayed screen as Oman's got it. He'll fly forward. He's got the 35 up to the 30. 25 as he puts his head forward and finds the red zone.
Oman was looking for contact on the sidelines. I thought that he had a couple opportunities to cut back inside, but he was headhunting a little bit. Ran over a couple of guys. Nice play call on the screen play.
Oman, an all-purpose threat right now, and he's been as good as Drew Morgan is. I think Oman's been the most effective player they've had, keeping things somewhat on schedule. He's gotten over that 500-yard mark rushing. As a big yawn from my broadcast partner, Jackson Braswell. Man's a father, working hard. Throw is across the middle. This one broken up, though. A nice job in coverage for Parkview. Didn't have to turn his head. Read the eyes of the receiver. Found the ball. Chris Edwards, the linebacker, in coverage that time.
Tried to sneak a man over the middle. Edwards, good job recognizing pass and got to the goal line, threw his hands up and knocked it away. He's a big guy out there at linebacker. Check the specs on old Mr.
He's 6'2".
Edwards, yeah, 6'2", 185.
They've got a lot of guys who have decent size. You know,
Yep.
I mean, they're just in that 6'2" range, 5'11" to 6'2", 6'3" range, and all above 200 pounds. I mean, that defensive front, we saw them last year when they played Bryant. Just didn't have the guys up front to compete with that offensive line, but they have the speed and the technique other places. Walcott back to pass, and off his back foot, finds a receiver, and I think that one was the tight end. Yes, it was. So a nice job. Walcott saw the pressure coming. Nope, they actually slipped Rebelski in that middle slot. He'll be about 2 yards short of the first down, so a big 3rd down and 2. You'd think it's 4-down territory here.
Absolutely. Got to go for the touchdown. I don't think field goals are going to win this one.
So now Parkview backed up in the red zone. Lakeside, is on the move. First drive, pitch to Oman. Oman now works back to the middle. Got a crease, spins. He has the first down and inside the low red zone to the 6.
He had a huge hole. If he just kept it going right, decided to cut back left. Picked up the first down anyways, but that looked like a sure touchdown once he made that initial move to the right.
I guess there is some hesitancy to bounce things outside against a Parkview team that has such great collective speed, but you're right, Jackson. There was a huge chasm on the right side for him to run through. And so now it'll be first down and goal from the 7-yard line. Oman's going to be the right side. It's a 2-and-2 formation. 2 receivers to the right are stretched. One is outside the numbers, so we're stretching that field. Walcott rolls right. Pressure comes. It's a throwback screen again. Oman, a one-handed snag. The catch more impressive than the run, which is a touchdown.
Went up with one paw or one hoof.
One hoof.
The Ram goes up and grabs it with one hand and takes it to the end zone. It was a perfect play call, the throwback screen. No one guarding Oman. But that's your playmaker right there, making a play and a perfect start for the Rams to the second half.
A nice showing of quality there with a 4-minute drive, and it's a team that prides themselves on running the football. Then on the other side, defense. Out of the halftime, you go on a drive like that, a gotta-have-it drive of sorts, and they're able to put up a touchdown. Snap is muffed. Running backwards is the holder. He's dragged down, and so now each team has a failed attempt at an extra point will step aside. 21-13, 8 minutes to go in quarter number 3.
Arkansas State University, 3 Rivers.
You want to stay at home and take college classes? Visit Arkansas State University 3 Rivers at asutr.edu and enroll in online classes toward a certificate or degree. So keep your PJs on and go to asutr.edu. Scholarships available for ACT 19 and higher.
Arkansas State University, 3 Rivers, 3 Rivers.
Midtown Plumbing services over 1 million square feet of commercial property in Little Rock. And they've also provided plumbing needs to thousands of residential clients all over Central Arkansas. Along with residential and commercial plumbing, Midtown also provides water heater sales, sewer repair, remodeling services, and 24-hour emergency plumbing. Midtown Plumbing, just a phone call away. 501-426-5900. MidtownMechanicalServices.com.
Touchdown pass number 25 on the year for Wally Walcott. And that's actually the ninth reception of the year for Oman.
Yeah, 2 on that drive.
2 on that drive. Hard-pressed to find a better one than that one as Folks Mishandles it a bit. Now he'll take it. He's at the 15-yard line. He's bottled up there. And Lakeside, plenty of momentum. Great job on special teams coverage of the dangerous Folks.
Folks has wanted to cut it back across all night on the kickoff return to the left side. That time it looked like Lakeside was prepared for that cutback lane and able to stop him deep into Parkview's own territory.
So Parkview takes over on their own 15-yard line. A first half that saw them have a kickoff return for a touchdown. Their first drive of the game was a touchdown drive. Their second drive of the game, I believe, was also a touchdown drive as well. Third got them to the 1-yard line. They were stopped. They were able to force a 3-and-out, get the ball back, a short touchdown drive there. So Parkview's offense has been efficient in moving the rock this evening. They lead by 8 with 7:50 to go in quarter number 3. They're protecting an 8-point lead. They work left to right across your radio dial, whatever apparatus you use to watch the game, and the Parkview offense is halted there by the Rams.
Still no Dallas Bledsoe here in the second half. Went out on about the second or third drive with what appeared to be an ankle injury.
First drive, right? It was late in that first drive.
Yeah.
He goes out.
It's been a lot of Dak Crosby at the running back position, but something to watch as Bledsoe, by far their leading rusher coming into the football game tonight.
So still options for Parkview at that tailback spot, but not the primary option right now. Crosby and Goji will most likely handle much of those responsibilities the rest of the way as we approach 7 minutes to play. Snap will be from the near hash for us. Snap taken. Crosby works to the outside. He's bottled up once again. A gain of about 2. A good cutback, but a better response as multiple Lakeside Rams were there. Doak Douglas with Quidarius Jackson.
Doak Douglas, probably the smallest guy on the field, but he's got some fire to him. Came up and made a tackle in the backfield and was fired up after that one.
So a big moment here early on. Parkview has done a great job tonight of avoiding third down and long. They find themselves in a third down and 8 on their own 17-yard line with 6:28 and counting left to go. They'll take their time getting in the play call as Thompson hits the huddle with 8, 7, 6. They've got to get to the line pretty fast here. 5. Bolding's got to see the clock. He's flying towards the referee. Thompson looks around, and Bolding gets a timeout. Bobby Bolding calls a timeout, their first of the half, just before the play clock expires. And so now they'll talk about it, but
I don't know that I would have burned a timeout there. You're at 3rd and 8 inside your own territory. I may have just taken the delay of game because you may need that timeout later on in this second half. You're already in 3rd and long. What's 5 more yards?
Yep, a little bit nonchalant there by Parkview getting to the line. Late substitution there, and Thompson, has not been starting for very long. So a quarterback who's a junior, so a bit older, but young in his starting career, kind of unaware of the clock situation right there. And that leads to what we've got now at 3rd and 8, burn a timeout. And so Parkview faced with a situation where momentum beginning to shift in favor of the home side. Love these graphics. Look at that. A couple whistles flying around, a timeout graphic in white on the screen. This is a beautiful Lakeside facility. And I want to thank the folks here for taking great care of us. I also want to thank Dylan Smith over there at Lakeside TV. Love to see young broadcasters. Dylan and I both attended the same sports broadcasting camp as youths. So now Thompson in the gun. 2 receivers to each side. Back to pass, steps up in the pocket, throws it. It's caught at about the 20. Trying to move forward, but not finding the yardage necessary. That was Carmelo Johnson. And Lakeside, it's been hard to call individual numbers because the team tackling has been pristine tonight.
That was all 11 guys in on that tackle. That is the type of effort you want to see. Great job by that Ram defense on their first drive in the second half to come up with a big 3-and-out.
Their defense the last 4 games has been stout, a total of 40 points allowed in the last 4 outings. So just allowing 10 points per contest. Just over 10, 22 allowed in the last 4. As with 5:27 and counting. This one snapped over the head of Thompson. He'll roll back and get it. He'll have to fall into the end zone, tries to throw it out. They're going to say he was down, and so that's going to be a safety. Well, the extra point was no good for Lakeside last time. They get it back and then +1. It's 21-15, and the Patriots will have to kick to the Rams.
That was the second consecutive high snap on a punt attempt for the Patriots. Late in the second quarter, Thompson was able to go up and grab it. That one just too tall. And honestly, a break that he was able to get down on the football and not give up a touchdown there. But Lakeside with all the momentum here to start the second half.
So the Rams come out. Coach Rockwell's side has momentum. They have a 6-point deficit they have to climb out of, but they'll get the ball back. So this has been a string of success here. They have a stop after a score and a chance to score again. The momentum shifts in these games. It's always nice when the schedule works out this way, right? These teams are deciding. Right now, what will happen? Hot Springs has a 2-score lead over Camden Fairview last time that we checked. And if they hold that score, if Lakeside mounts a not very improbable rally here, it was 14.5, but now it's 6, they're getting the ball back. We will have a 5A South showdown for the conference title coming up next Friday. This one's booted to about the 35. Q Johnson's got it there. He returns it, cuts up the middle at the 45, and then crosses the 50-yard line. So a short field upcoming for the Lakeside offense that found the end zone on the initial drive of half number 2.
See if Wally Walcott can help the Rams maintain that momentum. It was Pete Oman on the last drive who kind of carried them down the field. Might continue to see a lot of number 4 here for the Rams.
The ball is spotted at the 50. 3 receivers in the formation, 1 H-back, and then a running back is Oman. He gets the carry right side. He bounces it. He's got some space. Works now to the 40, spins back, and he's tattooed across the 37-yard line. Hopefully he's okay. A Patriot came flying in there to level him.
Yeah, he got smoked. Tattooed is putting it lightly. That was one of the biggest hits I've seen so far this year, and he's coming to the sidelines.
Oman's called for a little bit of a respite, and understandably so. And so spelling him is Tremendous Kane after what was a tremendous stick.
Tremendous Kane, more the speed back for the Rams. I love watching him play. He was my player to watch when we had him against Sheridan. Had a long touchdown. Let's see what he can do.
Kane in the formation alongside 3 receivers left side. Now they throw to Drew Morgan, who's got it. He skates across the 30 down to the 25. And another first down picked up. So Lakeside has got the Patriots on their heels right now.
Just that quick passing game. They've thrown the ball out to Morgan in the flat a couple of times so far in this game. Getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. It's Oman, Morgan, and Walcott running the show.
After a 1-play step aside for Oman, he's back out there to the left side of the quarterback, Walcott. Snap taken, handoff to Oman. He works right now. He's bottled up, though. And a flag flies. Play is grown dead at the end. He wants a flag. He won't get one. It's already falling down. We saw a good play in pass coverage earlier from the linebacker, number 15, Chris Edwards. That time in the run game, he was the stopper.
4 Parkview defenders there in the backfield to meet Oman, and I didn't think it was excessive there at the end. They wanted the flag.
But there is a flag earlier in the play, so we'll check that one out with 4:07 to go here in the third quarter. So holding on the offense. Fans disapproving of that call there, but this is the one thing that has halted Lakeside drives tonight have been penalties.
Yeah, the hold, that's the first hold we've seen on them tonight. I didn't get a number, but that was one of those plays where you could take the play where you had about a 4-yard loss, set them up in 2nd and 14, or take the penalty and make it 1st and 20. They opted to accept the penalty to set Lakeside up at 1st and 20.
So 1st and 20 from the 36-yard line of Parkview. The Rams of Lakeside trail by 6. Wildcats back to pass. It's another one of the throwback screens. This time it's to a receiver. He's got Rebelski, who is pushed out around the 26-yard line. So he gets basically back to the original line of scrimmage, and now it's 2nd down and 10.
Lakeside can just act like they threw an incomplete pass on 1st down, and
all that goes is time, which is not that important at the moment.
At some point, Parkview's got to recognize that throwback screen. They've run it 3 or 4 times so far tonight, and no one is out there guarding the guy on the throwback.
3 times in the last 2 drives.
Yeah.
You know, that's been a play that's had a lot of success in Parkview. Not privy to it at the moment. 3:43 to go in quarter number 3. 3 receivers to the right side of the formation, 1 to the left. Running back is Omen to the right side of the quarterback, Walcott. Ball's in the left hash at the 28-yard line. Walcott takes the snap. Now he looks right, throws. He's got a man. It's Morgan. Morgan is stacked up at about the 17-yard line. Pushes forward towards the 1st down marker. He's going to be close to it. Be a 3rd down and 1. So he's about a yard short, and this is 2-play territory.
Walcott did a nice job using his eyes on that play. Stared down the receiver over towards the sidelines and moved that Parkview zone over just far enough for Robleski to come open and put the ball on the money to set them up in a 3rd and short.
So 3rd down and short, as you mentioned, about a yard, if that. 2 receivers in this formation. It's toss play to Omen to the outside. He's got the yardage he'll need. He'll stripe his way across the 4-yard line. That's where he's stopped, and so it's a 1st and goal at the 4. The Rams are rolling.
Omen stuffed the tackle. You cannot arm tackle him. There was a few Parkview guys there at the point of contact, and he just ran through him like a tackling dummy and picked up 5 more yards.
So Lakeside now closing in on a scoring opportunity. 2:30 and counting to go in quarter number 3 in what is one of those fantastic 5A games that we've had. Now it's direct snap to Omen, who cuts back inside, but he's leveled at the 3 or 4-yard line. A good job of responding there from Parkview. That looked like it was Radon Parson, the linebacker. The junior makes the stop. And so now it's 2nd down and goal from the 5. 2 minutes to go in quarter number 3.
Lakeside had a big goal line stand earlier in the game. Parkview trying to see if they can get one of their own, and they need it.
Walcott fakes the take, but it's going to be up the middle. And Omen takes a direct snap to the house. Back-to-back touchdowns for the Rams running back. And now it's 21-all. An extra point will put Lakeside in front.
Direct snap left, direct snap right. This time running over the right side worked for Omen as he powers his way into the end zone. And like you said, a big extra point coming here, potentially give Lakeside the lead.
It was a 2-score deficit to begin the 3rd quarter. Number was 14. Extra point is up. Extra point is good. The Rams have scored 15 in a row. A touchdown, no extra point. A safety and a touchdown plus an extra point. 22-21. Lakeside, number 3. Running back on the year was KO'd from the game in drive number 1. Offense was still looking pretty good, but now Parkview unable to keep themselves on schedule, unable to get the passing game really going, and now things are basically in a dead heat here. What does Parkview's offense have to do? Because the thing is, they've only been on the field 1 time in the second half.
Yeah, and they ran the football 3 straight times. I think they've got to mix in the pass a little bit on 1st down. They seemed a little bit predictable coming out. I could just feel that they were going to try to continue the run, and you knew Lakeside knew it as well. Going to have to mix it up a little bit on first down, maybe get this Ram defense back off balance.
So Kyrick Folks back to receive the kickoff here with 1:44 to go. Folks takes it about the 5-yard line. He'll leave from there. He works now upfield, right to left. He breaks one tackle, now shifting and shaking back across the 25-yard line. He's spun down at about the 28, and that's where the Parkview Patriots will begin this drive with 1:32 to go in quarter number 3. Josh Neighbors, Jackson Braswell. It's the Buzz High School football game of the week at 10 o'clock Central Time coming up tonight. It's the Arkansas High School football scoreboard show with Randy Rainwater, Kevin Bohannon, and Barry Grooms. So first down and 10. Shotgun snaps taken. Thompson takes it himself, and he's bottled up behind the line of scrimmage. Parkview is having a difficult time finding running lanes right now. They trail by 1. They got about a yard there. And Thompson might have to get outside of his comfort zone here and be a little bit extraordinary for the Patriots to finish off this game and rally now. It's only a 1-point deficit. Throws now left side. It's a good one. It's caught and scooting his way forward. Nice tightrope along the sideline. Gaining extra yardage on that outside was Kyron Marshall. I think he's only had 2 catches tonight. One was a touchdown. Shimmy shake and got in the end zone, and then that one looked like it would be out before the first down marker, but he just kind of glided along the sideline and picked up yardage to the 45 of Parkview. So it's a 1st and 10.
Thompson noticed off coverage there, got the football out quickly. And that allowed them to pick up a big gain on first down.
A cool night here. Small Parkview contingents made their way here, and Bobby Bolding takes timeout number 2. So Parkview having to burn another one, and things just not running the way they were in that first half for the Patriots.
And I think he's a little more upset with his play callers there than he is the players. He didn't like the formation and how quickly they got out there, and now with only 1 timeout left and the whole 4th quarter to go, that could definitely come into play as this game gets into crunch time.
Happy Halloween to all of you out there. Do you all get many trick-or-treaters at your
We
your
do.
house?
We get quite a few. But we have 2 young children, so we've got an almost 4-year-old, and then we've got a 4-month-old that doesn't trick-or-treat, but the 4-year-old is all about it. So a lot of times we just have to leave the candy bowl out on a stool in front of the
With a
house.
note?
Well,
With a note?
last year we put a note, and you hope that you can trust children to just take a few pieces of candy, but the old Ring doorbell doesn't miss. We got a few greedy children in the neighborhood that like to take more than their fair share. Let's just say
Wow, accusing neighbors
they're not listening. I
of
don't
being
think so.
non-neighborly. So it's a 1st down and 10. Handoff to Crosby. Crosby will shuffle his way across the 50-yard line, working left to right across the radio dial, so they maneuver to the top part of the L logo.
It's the Lakers L.
Yeah, it is. It's Lakers L. Yes, it is, but it's got blue inside, and then it's outlined in yellow as opposed to the Lakers L, which I believe is it yellow with purple outside?
I think they've got both because
Oh, yeah,
they're
yes,
white
yes,
uniforms.
true.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, the white ones I believe have they've had both, I think, at some point in time. The gold uniforms obviously have the purple L. Thompson throws left side. This one's caught. Folks works his way across the 40-yard line of Lakeside. And so a first down. As we hit the end of the third quarter, there's an injury. We'll get you all the information you need. But Parkview is driving. They trail by 1 against Lakeside. It's the Buzz High School football game of the week.
Don't get sidetracked.
That man is playing Galaga.
We'll keep you on course.
Thought we wouldn't notice, but we did.
103.7 The Buzz.
The electric cooperative's got its start lighting Arkansas, and we continue to meet that demand with every resource we can deliver. We're powering your life, where you live every single day through one of 17 local cooperatives, each unique, always united, and in your community. Our mission, to provide reliable, affordable, and responsible power to every corner of Arkansas. It's the local hometown cooperative way, because we're better connected together. The Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas.
Home Hardware Center is proud to support high school athletes this football season, and they're your local hometown hardware store to support your projects. Stop in for the best tools, paint, hardware, and supplies from brands you trust like Milwaukee, DeWalt, Diablo, Benjamin Moore, Simpson, and more. Plus, GE appliances, Traeger grills, hunting gear, and more. Come to Home Hardware Center at 1601 East Booth Road in Searcy. Once again, that's 1601 East Booth Road in Searcy. See you there.
Outcast over the speakers as we've got a 1-point game. Very fitting. We've had a lot of close games here.
I called it. If Randy Rainwater's listening, I called it. I told him it was going to be a close game. Low-scoring game.
Proud of you for that. As Thompson takes the snap, looks to throw, got him in over the middle. It's caught. Nope, it's dropped. Look at that. Oh. You. It was in the hands of the intended target. Should have been hauled in by the receiver, Kyron Marshall. He had a...
It was a little underthrown.
Step. Well, that's a... Come on.
I mean, I'm making that catch, but if I didn't make the catch, I would say it was underthrown.
That's my brash broadcast partner. Jackson Braswell, take the points, as he always says.
Jackson Brashwell.
Brashwell, yep. Except when it comes to math, doesn't seem to understand scoring. As Thompson throws, gets hit in the head. It's caught by Folks. He'll roll his way forward across the 25. It's an and one. Thompson completes the pass and gets the foul.
Much tougher grab there from Folks. He had to go up.
Well, Thompson got hit in the head.
No, I'm saying... Oh, okay. Folks, that was a tougher catch than the one that he just dropped over the middle.
Well, Marshall dropped it.
Folks made a tougher catch than the ball that Marshall had thrown to him over the middle. But a nice first down. Came back and made a good throw.
Well, 15 yards will be tacked on to the end of that. I think that's what the referee said. So
we haven't moved the football yet.
Well, they're a slow group, the high school officials are.
Have we seen a fast group of officials this year? We have this year?
Actually, we got a text today. I'm not sure who was on the crew, but one of the crew members is a listener to the Buzz game, at least the Buzz in general. I want to thank whichever member it is. They did a good job tonight. I mean, we haven't had any complaints. And actually, that's a pretty fast conversation compared to some of the ones that we get. So
they left their flag at the 45. Let's see how quickly they can get back there and pick it up, because now they're way ahead.
The flag sits at the left hash. The ball sits at the 15. Parkview, first and goal. 2 receivers to each side as Crosby swings out. Thompson fakes a pass. He rolls right. He rumbles across the 10-yard line to about the 7. And so now this is, I'm not going to say it's the most important drive of the game because it's just Captain Obvious.
But game-changing drive of the game.
This is where most games come down to, right? Short yardage, field tightens, red zone roulette, spin the wheel. What happens, right?
And they've relied more on the pass this drive. We haven't seen the traditional runs up the middle.
And that works for Parkview, right? Yeah. Because you have to give their guys space on the outside with the amount of speed they have. Snap taken, Crosby, he rumbles inside. He'll roll to about the 4-yard line, they'll say. Obviously, 4 down territory now. And so Ball will be spotted at the 4, it looks like.
Might see them try to roll Thompson out wide side of the field, use those legs to get into the end zone, or find one of those talented receivers on the outside.
Sorry, Jackson.
Oh, you're good.
Parkview's driving into that far left end zone. They get to the line fast. They can get a first down at the 3. Up the middle, snap is taken, rolling forward, maybe at the sticks. The first down markers at about the 2.5-yard line. Fourth down signal from the far official. And if they need any yardage, I'm not sure they need any yardage. They might just need inches. It's about a half yard.
Yep.
So under 10 minutes to play in the game. 22-21, Lakeside protecting a 1-point lead. Parkview's had an extra point block tonight. They're shifting personnel in and out. Nope, they're going to make a late change, and they're going to end up having to take either a penalty. That play clock's down to 1. Flags fly. Delay of game coming here, and so they're going to take 3 points.
Take the points, Josh. That's what we always say. We always say field goals win games.
We don't say, nobody says that. And we're trying to get that stream back rolling. For some reason, that Lakeside Wi-Fi likes to cut out every hour. Kick is up. That one is good. So we'll take the break now. 24-22, our score. Parkview leads. We'll take you the rest of the way. Coming back on our Buzz Game of the Week.
I'm Dr. Lowry Barnes. When it comes to orthopedic care, there's no place like the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. We built this hospital just for you, with state-of-the-art surgical suites, advanced technology, and the state's largest group of fellowship-trained orthopedic surgeons. It's the best place in Arkansas to get you moving again. And if you need urgent orthopedic care, UAMS Ortho Now is right here for you at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health, where motion lives and service leads.
The electric cooperative's got its start lighting Arkansas, and we continue to meet that demand with every resource we can deliver. We're powering your life where you live every single day through one of 17 local cooperatives, each unique, always united, and in your community. Our mission? To provide reliable, affordable, and responsible power to every corner of Arkansas. It's the local hometown cooperative way, because we're better connected together. The Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas.
So it's a 24-22 game as the kickoff return is modestly returned up to about the 20-yard line. Parkview reclaims the lead. Jackson, interesting sequence there. They had a half yard to get a first down inside the 5 of Lakeside. They ultimately could not figure out what they wanted to do, and so Bobby Bolding ends up taking a delay of game. They kick the extra point. They kick the field goal. It's about the length of an extra point, and they retake the lead. So 24-22, our score with 9:19 to go as Lakeside comes out. They work left to right across your radio dial. They've had a touchdown, a safety, and a touchdown in half number 2. Walcott takes the snap. It's Oman now. He rumbles left side. He accepts some contact and is able to get about 4 yards. A nice stop there from Parkview. They were up to the challenge. That was our final break, so we'll take you the rest of the way following tonight's game at 10 p.m. Central Time. It's the Arkansas High School Football Scoreboard Show, as Jackson looks like he had something fly directly into the eyeball.
My eyes watering a little bit. It's kind of cold up here with the window open.
Yep, windows open. I feel fantastic. You're soft because you are cold. And
well, I did just come back from North Dakota where it was considerably colder.
So why are you cold?
I don't have quite the amount of clothes on that I did.
I'm wearing a thin pullover over here.
There's a big Yankee guy.
I am a Yankee at heart, I guess you could say. I guess it comes from the mom side of the family, from Philadelphia. The regrettable side, you could say. Eagles fans don't love that, right?
Really? Who did you say your NFL team was?
Washington.
Oh, okay. They're struggling a little bit.
Yeah, they are not very good. Injuries. Learned that Robbie Anderson has changed his last name to Robbie Chosen.
Really?
He is now playing for the Commanders. Didn't know who Robbie Chosen was. Also have a gentleman named Chris Moore on the team. Thinks he bags groceries on the side as well as playing receiver for the Commanders. As Jackson drops his phone, but it snags it. Last second.
Speaking of injuries, Pete Oman coming off the field right now with an injury.
He was the far left side of the field, right? Yeah. You didn't see what happened there.
Yeah, you got Krosky Merritt.
Bill. Just a Bill sitting on Capitol Hill, as they say.
Hasn't looked so hot the last couple of games.
Well, it's not just on him. Function of offensive line, too.
Yeah, I mean, when Daniels isn't in the game, Mariota at quarterback, they're kind of one-dimensional.
He is a backup. You can catch the Cowboys on the buzz as well. They got a big one this week against the Cardinals. Cowboys are decidedly average, right? They don't beat good teams, and they can beat the bad teams.
Yep.
Shotgun here, 3 to the right. As Walcott, now he's going to rumble left side. He's got the first down yard, scoots out of bounds next to the Parkview Patriots, but picks up enough yardage at about the 34, so it's a fresh set of downs with 8:47 to go. Lakeside trails by 2.
Walcott not much of a runner, but makes a good decision there to tuck it and pick up the first down, keep the chains moving and the clock moving for the Rams.
So we're going to carry you. Well, actually, we're going to get the stream back here. So we're going to get the video stream back for the folks.
For how long, we do not know.
Well, I appreciate the consistency of the Wi-Fi and how much it cuts out. It is timely. Given there to that left side, your man, Tremendous Kane.
It's his first carry of the night, only 2 yards.
And he's met by another exciting Billy Moore on the stop.
Looking at Oman on the sidelines. Looks a little bit disheartened on the bench. Hopefully he's able to get back into this football game, but maybe Tremendous Kane the rest of the way.
Yep, Kane actually just checked out of the game, so maybe got to think passing might be the order of the day for at least the last part of this game. 5 wide, 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Walcott on 2nd down and 8. Throws across the middle. This one's caught by Rubelski. He'll be down at about the 39-yard line, so that'll make it a 3rd down in about 3.
Quick passing game. It's really either been Rubelski or Morgan.
Yep.
So far tonight, those are the 2 main targets for Walcott, and he does a good job of finding them.
Yeah, Rubelski's had a big game. It feels like he's racked up plenty of catches on the evening, came into the game with only 14 catches in the year, but 6 touchdowns. So, man is efficient. 7:22 and counting to go. Snap taken. Handoff to Tremendous Kane. He tries to bounce it out to the outside. He's got a little bit of space. He'll be across the 15, and he's shunned at the 45 as he rolls and rolls and rolls again. Doesn't get him any extra yardage, but Kane is fired up as he finds his way into Patriot territory. It's a 1st and 10 from the 43 of Parkview.
Kane can get to the outside. I mean, he's got a ton of speed. Where's good old number 43 at that running back position? But I've been impressed with him every time he's carried the football in the games that we've watched. And right there, picked up a huge 3rd down.
Big one for Lakeside. Once again, they'll take on the Hot Springs Trojans, the alma mater of one Roger Scott. Potentially for a 5A South title. Kane breaks a couple tackles as he thumps his way forward across the 40.
Good pickup on 1st down, about 6 yards there from Kane, running aggressively, showing that he's not just a speed back. Parkview on their heels a little bit here with 6:20 left to go in the game.
So 2nd down and about 6 here from the 39-yard line. 6:14 and counting left to go. Throw to the left side. It's caught at about the 34-yard line, so a yard short of the first down, but a nice pickup there.
Another injury timeout. So we got a Parkview Patriot down. And Josh, it doesn't look like Omen's coming back in this football game. Just his body language on the bench, on the sideline. Looks like he may have a family member down there with him.
Really? Well, that'd be both starting tailbacks out for both these teams, which bad news as they have big games next week. But Hot Springs is up 35-14 on Camden Fairview, which means if the Trojans were to ice that one, salt that one away, then they'll be playing for a conference title next week. If Lakeside wins, they'll be playing for a conference. Now, Lakeside could lose, right? They could lose this game and still only have one loss. If they were to beat Hot Springs next week and Camden Fairview were to beat Parkview, then you'd avoid it. It'd be a whole tiebreaker situation. I would need some more schooling and education on it. But so injury timeout ends. It's 3rd down and 1. 5:46, 5:45. The clock is rolling. The play clock is at 13. Walcott is in the pistol formation with tremendous Kane behind him. H-back in there, 2 wide receivers to the right. Kane gets the carry, stumbles forward. Does he get the first down? I'm not sure he did. He doesn't. He kind of hitched a bit. He was trying to set his feet to make a cut, but his back left foot caught some turf, and now we have another injury. This time a Parkview Patriot is down at the 37-yard line of Lakeside.
Well, we've had a number of injuries on this drive because Luke Robleski is also out of this football game and over there by the bench with Pete Omen. So things starting to stack up a little bit on both teams.
Pivotal players on each side are going down, and that is obviously bad news for both teams. Robleski had a big night, as we mentioned. Been a huge target, just as much as Drew Morgan has been. Then Pete Omen has had a huge game, and he's been a target in the passing game as well, which is not normal. It looks like Robleski can make his way back into the game. He's stretching it out a bit right now. The injured Parkview Patriot on the far side of the field, that's Billy Moore. That's a big loss on that right side of the defensive line for Parkview. So we've got 5:20 to go in this game. Parkview leads 24-22 over Lakeside in the 5A South. And clock runs again. The ball's on the 34-yard line. It's 3rd down. It's actually 4th down and 1 here. Tight formation.
Might try to get him to jump off sides here.
Tremendous Kane to the right side of the quarterback. Kane will try to hammer forward. Does he have it? I don't think he does.
Surely did not
It
look
looks
like
like
he got
Bowman's
it.
bunch stands tall. They do. Referees signal it's Parkview football. And the Patriots make a stand with under 5 to play.
What a stop there by Parkview. Lakeside was moving it down the field with ease and back-to-back stops on short yardage situations. Under 5 minutes, they could go on another one of those long drives of their own to salt this one away.
So 4:55 to go in the game. Parkview's got a 2-point lead, and they have the ball on their own 34-yard line. 1 timeout left for the Patriots. All 3 timeouts remain for Lakeside. The momentum swings in this game have been substantial in their Parkview, using that team identity, their coach's identity to get a stop. And we'll see if they can return to Little Rock and make it 5 straight wins as Thompson, off the fake sweep, takes it up the middle. He gets about 9 yards. And so the most important part about that is that's going to allow the clock to dwindle a bit more as they push their way towards midfield. And honestly, I mean, they've got to think now. At Second down and 1. I mean, second down about a half yard here. So every first down, critical.
And Parkview needs to be on this side of it because they only have one timeout left. Lakeside with a full complement of timeouts.
Offensive line rolls the line of scrimmage fast. Thompson takes a snap, throws right side, and then the play is blown dead. It looked like it was stop and go from Folks on the right side. It's a false start, a killer for Parkview because you could afford to pass the ball there, Jackson, on a second down and 1. But now, because on 3rd and 1, you run it again. Well, now it's going to be a second down and 6. The cat and mouse game continues. Stands to reason. I mean, both these teams have played well, but I think that if Hot Springs gives their A game, I don't think either team beats them tonight, to be honest. Just because these teams have not been clean. There have been penalties, missed blocks, missed execution, and obviously a litany of injuries have hurt both sides as Thompson hands it off. It's a good cut from the freshman as he rolls forward. Goji gets about 3 or 4 of those yards back, and so 48. The freshman finds his way. It's a 3rd down and a solid 2 with 3:42 and counting left to go in quarter number 4. Parkview works right to left across your radio dial in their all-white uniforms. They've got that blue P backed by a red stripe on the left side. It's a white star in the middle. We've got the blue stripes in the shoulder pad, white pants, white uniforms. It's taken. It's going to be kept by Thompson. Thompson is met, though. He'll get about a yard, but it's 4th down and 1. And Bobby Bolding has got a choice to make here. 1 yard to keep the drive rolling, or do you punt and trust your defense to get the stop they need? Lakeside, the full complement of timeouts.
What a
timeout is taken here. That one's going to go the way of Lakeside. So Lakeside decides to stop the clock with 3 minutes to go. And the 4th and 1 upcoming. If I'm Bobby Bolding, I'm going for it now. With that timeout not in hand anymore, I'm going for it.
Get a play call together. That was a big hit, though, right there by number 7, Joshua Rainey, the senior on senior night, coming up big on 3rd down. Mano y mano in the hole. Rainey takes him down a yard short.
Garen Rockwell's group is got an opportunity here to win this conference. Definitely win a state championship, obviously. The 5A South is full of talented teams, but that entire 5A is it's a good classification this year. Got some good depth. Crowd is on their feet. 4th and 1 from their own 43, 3:05 to go in the game. Parkview leads by 2. They've got the football. Snap taken. Flags fly. Whistles come in, and so Parkview elects to take their final timeout. And it was going to be an all-out assault from the Parkview defense, from the Lakeside defense. And so they elect, the Patriots do, to take a timeout. Now, the timeout has not come off the board yet right now for Lakeside. They did take the one, though. Yes, Jackson?
They
Okay,
did.
good.
They did.
Good. Make sure that was the state of affairs as we have 3:05 to go. The last game, Jackson and I will call the regular season next week. It's Max and Jax, father and sons Maxwell will call the game.
So my dad is Billy Max Braswell. I'm Jackson Max Braswell.
He's Billy Max Braswell?
Yeah, but he goes by Max. He's Billy Max Braswell Jr.
Billy Max Braswell.
His dad went by Bill, my grandpa.
You call him Papa? Papa?
Papaw.
Papaw. For an outstanding year. He has to do the Drive Time Sports Sonic kickoff, and then he has to do our game, then has to do Randy's show, so he does a great job. He's getting a good finish here, as are you folks at home. 4th and 1. Thompson takes it, hands it off. Goji up the middle. He's got the first down and about 1 or 2 more. Goji crosses that first down marker, and a guy that Coach Bolding went out of his way. He didn't go out of his way to say very much, Jackson. He went out of his way to tell us that he thought his freshman running back Sadiq Goji was going to be a special one. And nothing special about that run, but enough when it mattered.
You sound like Steve Sullivan coming up with the nicknames for the high school players every week. Go, go, Goji.
I think the coach was yelling, go, go, Goji on that one. I mean, he was 2 yards, and he's able to get that, matriculates his way. And so now, clock is at 2:33 and counting. Play clock's at 3, at 2. Thompson takes it. Goji now right side, and he gets tripped up. That's one area he's going to have to learn how to make that initial cut and get away from a defender, but a good job. The much smaller man comes across. It's Chris Ford who makes the stop there.
And when you start calling timeouts, 2 minutes, 15 seconds, second down and long, I think you got to burn a timeout here after this second down run play.
Yep, it's second down now. 19 seconds to go on the play clock, so 2:03 on the shot clock, play clock, game clock. But this clock will be under 2 minutes. So 154, 153. Ball will be snapped at 151. Goji, right side. He rolls. He's got some space as he cuts his way up to the 47-yard line of Lakeside. That'll be good enough for a 6-yard gain. It's going to be 3rd down and 5. Timeout taken by Garen Rockwell. That's Lakeside's number 2 timeout, second timeout in this situation. They trail by 2.
Now they only have number 1 timeout.
Number 1 timeout left. But this is the play right here, this game right here, right? This is the chess match comes in. If they don't stop them, Parkview can take some knees and take that win back to Little Rock.
Do you take the risk and throw the football
Hell
here?
yeah, you do. Come on. You know me.
I'm running it here.
Yeah, you want to punt on 3rd down probably too, don't you?
Kick the field goal.
We had Kyle Sutherland last year, and I love Kyle. Is awesome. Kyle, nobody knows high school football in this state like Kyle Sutherland. But I called him Kick-It Kyle because Kyle always wanted the kick, no matter the situation. He won a punt here. You know, protect the lead.
Barry Grooms might take offense to that.
What?
No one knows more high school football.
Well, Kyle, Kyle would go around, check scores, and do all that stuff. Kyle was, and also I haven't worked with Barry directly, so I'm
Barry's
trying to give my guy credit.
Barry's the GOAT.
I'm not trying to discount Barry. 3rd and 4, Goji, right side, rolls forward. He's got the first down and more. Down the right side, he rolls. 10, 5, he's knocked out at the 6-yard line. Now he's out of bounds.
They should have let him score.
They should have let him score. But at the 10-yard line, I don't think there's enough time left. And Parkview punctuates a strong road performance, short-handed. Dallas Bledsoe goes down on the first drive, and it's the freshman, Sadiq Goji, who helps get the job done. And now they can take the knees. 1 timeout left for Garen Rockwell's group. Snap taken, though. Goji's got it. He's working left very slowly and methodically. Stacked up by Lakeside. Driven back at about the 7-yard line. Garen Rockwell elects not to take a timeout. There's 32. This game's over. And they're not going to have any time to be able to stop this here. It looks like.
Yeah. It does now say Lakeside has 4 timeouts on the board.
Well, they've cashed in their Money in the Bank contract and have acquired the extra timeout. 55 seconds left to go. 10 of the play clock. They're still in the huddle. Parkview is. I want to get to the line here. 6 seconds. 5 seconds. Going to stop the clock here as Goji goes left. He's almost heading towards out of bounds line. Actually, not to. Timeout taken by Garen Rockwell. So
it's 3rd down, isn't it?
It's yes, but the clock went to 35 seconds. So the issue is here that if Parkview runs a play longer than a second, right? The clock, I believe, is 35.
Yep.
If they run a play that takes longer than 1 second, the game will be over. So they should just run backwards.
That's what I would do.
Yeah. Oh, 38. He had an extra 2. Yeah, I'm taking the snap, and I'm running backwards. I'm running backwards to midfield, and I'm taking a knee.
Right on the Lakeside L.
Yeah. I mean, well, that's honestly not a bad spot to say, hey, that's kind of you know you wasted enough time. You hear banjos? Take a knee. And Damon, we'll double and call it a day.
One of the rare times we're going to get out of here before the 10 o'clock mark.
I would say it's rare. We had a couple of those.
Couple, yeah.
We
had a couple of long
we had a couple long ones. What was last week's?
Cersei and Robinson.
That one,
it was long.
that one went deep into the October night. Well, we'll see what Bobby Voldy does here. 24-22, Parkview leads Lakeside with 38 seconds left. No team has any timeouts to speak of unless that fourth one begins to be counted. I doubt it will be. But this could be it in this game. It should be it if Parkview manages this thing like a smart team does. Thompson takes the snap, takes a knee. 40 seconds is the clock. Yeah, so we should. There's things we just don't know that we should. Jackson, final thoughts here as Parkview sits on it, and they'll take a dub back to Central Arkansas as they are still in the fight right now. You lost to Hot Springs. Lakeside still in the fight as well, but Parkview pretty impressive, win number 6 on the year.
The game was as advertised. We were expecting a close game. We got a close game. Two great teams played well tonight, and we saw the running games for both squads come up big. A couple of injuries hampered both squads. Bledsoe went down, then Oman went down in the fourth, and that ended up being huge for Lakeside as they weren't able to convert in third and short and fourth and short situations. But that Parkview defense played a great game. The junior quarterback for the Patriots showed why he is now the starter, and Parkview has one more chance to end the season to cement a 1 seed.
Parkview grabs the dub here. Want to thank Jackson Braswell, fantastic broadcast partner for me all year. Want to thank Damon Poole on the 1s and 2s all season long. One more high school football game of the week coming up next week with Max Braswell and Jackson Braswell on the broadcast. We'll let you know when that game is on the Buzz social media and also the Buzz as well. High school football scoreboard show coming your way at 10 o'clock. Final score, Parkview 24, Lakeside 22.
We understand that in times of loss, every detail matters. Hello, I'm Renata Jenkins-Fowler with Roller Funeral Homes. It is a privilege to be chosen as the best funeral homes in Arkansas year after year for 24 consecutive years because it signifies the faith and confidence placed in us by those we serve. We are continuously seeking to elevate our standards of excellence. Thank you for your trust. Roller Funeral Homes, where compassion meets excellence with all our respect.
Arkansas State University, 3 Rivers.
Want to go to college but don't know the first thing to do? Check out Arkansas State University 3 Rivers. They'll help you relieve that fear and show you how easy enrolling in college can be. Visit asutr.edu and apply online today. Scholarships available for ACT 19 and higher.
Arkansas State University, 3 Rivers, 3 Rivers.
This is Trey Johnson with HJ Trailer Sales. Looking for a trailer repair? Need a new truck bed? HJ Trailer Sales has you covered. We're also your one-stop shop for Iron Bull, Good Guys, Hillsboro trailers, and yes, Hart trailers. We've even got them too. Family owned and operated, we're the most trusted trailer store in the state with tons of financing options to fit your budget. Come see why everyone rolls with HJ Trailer Sales. HJ Trailer Sales, built on trust, driven by quality. Visit hjtrailersales.com or stop by today.
Midtown Plumbing services over 1 million square feet of commercial property in Little Rock. And they've also provided plumbing needs to thousands of residential clients all over Central Arkansas. Along with residential and commercial plumbing, Midtown also provides water heater sales, sewer repair, remodeling services, and 24-hour emergency plumbing. Midtown Plumbing, just a phone call away. 501-426-5900. MidtownMechanicalServices.com.
I'm Dr. Lowry Barnes. When it comes to orthopedic care, there's no place like the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. We built this hospital just for you, with state-of-the-art surgical suites, advanced technology, and the state's largest group of fellowship-trained orthopedic surgeons. It's the best place in Arkansas to get you moving again. And if you need urgent orthopedic care, UAMS Ortho Now is right here for you at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health, where motion lives and service leads.
Have questions about retirement, investments, or your money? Call our financial hotline. Dial 501-381-5228 and leave a voicemail with your specific financial question, and our experts will answer it on the Get Ready for the Future show Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. Get your financial questions answered by the pros. 501-381-5228. Call now. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Investment advice offered through Independent Advisor Alliance. Independent Advisor Alliance and Genwealth Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.